Welcome you guys to A to Z Movie Night, where a few film nerds gather around a bottle of Jameson to watch a movie. A to Z Movie Night contains foul language and may not be suitable for some listeners. You've been warned.
No, these idiot kids.
All you history buffs listening, you know what I'm talking about. You got that reference.
I mean, he just laid down on a slab and just died there.
That's a great one, Tim.
I got nothing.
That's a great one.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
He's like, my name's Zach Bowman, and you know, I just really like movie too. It had nothing to do with my.
And he drank every day starting at 10 o'clock.
Welcome, you guys, to another edition of A to Z Movie Night. I am your host tonight, Tim. With me, as always, is Zach.
Hey.
Aaron.
Hey, what'd it do?
And we let Chris come along again.
Thanks for having me again, guys.
You're welcome.
This was a last-minute decision, but I'm really psyched about it. Tonight, we are bringing you Street Fighter, which is 1994 Japanese-American action film written and directed by Stephen E. DeSouza.
D'Souza?
Yeah. His directorial debut. Based on the Street Fighter video game series, produced by Capcom, and stars Jean-Claude Van Damme and Raul Julia, along with his supporting performances by Byron Mann, Damian Chapa, Kylie Minogue, Ming-Na Wen, and Wes Studi. Though it was a commercial success, making approximately 3 times its production costs, the film was not well received by critics or fans of the game for its campy tones and use of the characters. However, Raul Julia's performance as M. Bison was widely praised and garnered him a nomination for Best Supporting Actor at the Saturn Awards.
Whatever those are.
While the film was nominated for the Saturn Award for Best Science Fiction Film. It came out in 1994. And Aaron, do you want to say something?
Yeah, well, I was gonna bring this up before we start rolling, to sort of like rein in the importance of his performance here. Is that Raul Julia picked this role solely based on the fact that he knew he was dying, and his kids, his children, loved the Street Fighter games, and he had like the stack of scripts on his table, and they saw it and they flipped out. They're like, Dad, you could do this, and he was like, yeah, I could do that if I really wanted to, and they like, we think you should because we love this game. And they loved everything, so that was kind of his motivation.
He kind of left it because he knew he was going to be gone, and
it really kept him going. He was like, "All right, I'm going to leave this behind for my kids. They love this game. Yeah. They're going to think I'm like a superhero." And so,
one great last present for his children.
So while we're all watching this film, we can really like watch it through that lens of this being such a good character for a typically very serious actor.
Very respected.
And then you took this role, and now you guys kind of know why. So
I always thought it was really strange. He took that role.
He held it together. It was released on December 23rd of 1994. The budget was $35 million. The box office was $99. So it was about 3 times its budget.
18% on tomatoes.
Yeah.
That's our thing.
This movie is the definition of camp. And I think at this point, we will give you the synopsis.
General Bison, the evil dictator of Shadaloo, captures a busload of relief workers and holds them for ransom. Colonel Guile, Jean-Claude Van Damme, leads an international strike force to invade Shadaloo and rescue the hostages. Along the way, Guile recruits Chun-Li, a reporter and martial arts expert whose father was killed by Bison years ago. Foreshadowing. Right.
Yeah.
2 young con men and a sumo wrestler.
Yeah, that's.
I don't think that's complete.
We haven't even started the movie, and I'm already laughing.
Sumo wrestler.
That fits. So we're just going to kick this motherfucker off.
E Honda,
played by an American Samoan in the film, who's supposed to be
kick it off
Japanese.
in 3, 2, 1. Here we go, Street Fighter, y'all.
As always, cheers.
Cheers to you at home listening. Thank you.
Strap
all 5
in.
of you.
Shit, this thing gets more downloads than the regular podcast.
Hey, man, I'm trying to create the illusion that we're underdogs here. You're not helping me out.
Aaron did kind of beat me to the punch on that, because I was going to say that the whole thing about Raul Julia, too, before we start just tearing this movie to shreds.
Yeah.
It's compliment sandwich is what you call it, Aaron?
I call it PCP, praise, correct, praise.
Yeah.
That's what
That sounds like the dentist system. Like, is that how you break people down and then build them back up again?
This is actually how you teach children jiu-jitsu, the praise, correct, praise.
Oh.
Hey, you did a great job right here. You know, you could
Think about doing it this
You can
way.
maybe think about doing it this way, but you know what? You're getting it down really good, and I appreciate it.
That's pretty
Praise,
awesome.
correct, praise.
The Capitol has just
But this movie is synonymous for a lot of production issues in the beginning because it was thrown together so quickly. They wanted to capitalize on the success of
before
Street
they
Fighter 2.
before they even had a finished script, the
Yeah.
studio gave them the release date.
Right,
they gave them a hard release date
immediately, and
Yeah.
like the budget and everything.
They said we want it by Christmas,
Right.
and they didn't even have a script yet.
And the director that, when we were doing the synopsis, the director, while you, Tim, you said it was his first directorial debut.
He wrote a lot of screenplays.
He was a writer, and they just kind of like, all right, here you go, man. Just take care.
Because they said they did it in under a year, and with a rush schedule like that, you're not going to get it some big name director to sign on.
Oh, no.
There's no way they're going to be
Because they know it's going to be a dumpster fire, and they don't want a name attached to it.
So they got somebody that they could pay very little and get it out quick.
And he'd take a
But he
chance.
did write. He was one of the co-writers of the screenplay for Die Hard and some other good action films.
This didn't kick off the. No, I'm thinking of it backwards. Well, I mean, I guess they're both equally doomed. You have the dooming of games, of movies turned into video games, which never worked, other than GoldenEye. And then you have problems where games are turned into movies,
Right.
which also never work.
Other than this,
Is there any successful one?
Before this was Mario Brothers, which was a huge
That was a
fire.
massive
That's also
flop,
on the list, yeah.
Massive flop.
Off the top of my head, the most successful one was actually the first Mortal Kombat. That was a year
That
or
was
two
actually
after
not
this.
a terrible movie.
The first one was not
Well,
awful.
that's the one I want to
The
do a
second
double
one
feature
it-
with.
The second I want to do is the second one
I don't wanna
because
do-
it's
I wanna do
so
it with the
bad.
first one.
I would
But
say
the-
the
the-
Resident Evil movies are the most successful video game movies.
Yes, because they
They're universally
10 of
panned
them.
critically, but they're
They keep pumping
massively
them out.
successful.
Yeah, and they keep pumping.
I'll
them out.
agree to that.
I don't think they've gotten to the DVD stage where they just go straight to DVD. Have they?
No,
haven't.
they're
No.
getting there.
Well, they're done
It's
now.
getting there.
The last one they
Mila
released. in
Jovovich
theaters
is
was-
bathing
when
in
she
fucking
backs
gold.
out and they recast the character with somebody
That's whenever
that,
it goes to
that
DVD.
looks like
Mila Jovovich.
look immediate nip snap.
Oh,
Yeah,
Why was he even fighting one of his soldiers?
Because
that's how he
wouldn't
gets
do what he
pumped
wanted.
up. No, those are like hostages. Those are hostages.
But UN healthcare workers or whatever.
This is so.
there's
was
Zangief.
yeah.
We got Zangief on the screen,
and Chun-Li.
and M.
But
Bison.
it's so funny, like how this interaction goes right here.
God dang!
Like,
He's just
okay, look,
snapping
okay,
necks left and
look,
right.
I love what Jean-Claude Van Damme does when he jumps off with his helmet. Look, ugh, take that.
Check him out. He's
You know, we're just here to fuck shit up. and
yeah,
Do a
Fuck
lot of
you.
cocaine.
Yeah,
he's yacked throughout this whole movie.
Yeah.
Check him out.
I'm in the UN.
this is great. Watch, bitch. So look at this.
It's like a replication of the bicep picture. What is that?
Yeah, the when you win or
Predator.
oh yeah. Been pushing too many pencils, Dylan. This was actually a fully computer generated shot,
So the
which
plot-
was probably
the-
most of their budget.
The plot was based on Street Fighter 2, the game.
Right, yeah. Street Fighter, the first Street Fighter was not very great. It wasn't until Street Fighter 2 came
They
out
actually had like
That
a
changed
story.
it just
Yeah.
blew everything away.
And it was Street Fighter 2 was so successful that they remade the game like 90 billion times.
yeah.
Street Fighter
Championship.
Turbo,
Street Fighter
Hyper
Alpha,
Fighting,
yeah.
Super Street Fighter
Yeah.
2.
I always like Tekken more.
And it
Well,
didn't-
Super Street
Gross.
Fighter 2 was when, and that's something, that's when they added in 4 new characters, like Cammy right there, played by the beautiful
Cammy,
Kylie Minogue,
DJ,
T-Hawk,
T-Hawk,
And the Bruce
Fei
Lee.
Long, right? Fei Long was the Bruce Lee.
yeah,
guy.
the Bruce Lee ripoff guy.
Are they really having like a bitch fest back and forth?
Yeah, this is so it's great. Who is Guile looking at?
Yeah, he's just staring. He's actually just
yeah.
staring at like a brick wall.
Yeah. Like, it's not like they have a two-way camera where they're FaceTiming each other right now.
All I can say is the evil guys usually have like great microphones because you can see no wires anywhere there, right? But he's picking them up perfectly. Great.
Yeah.
And there's all these people doing fucking dance moves behind
That
him.
was a
coming
horrible.
for you,
That was
hostages.
bad. Charlie, he just called them out by so
Yeah.
he, so he can see this guy Charlie. It's like,
yeah.
dude, if
like-
Bison, if
Wait,
Bison
who's he
hates you,
seeing? Does he have a teleprompter?
that's what I'm
Right.
saying. They're not
Exactly.
FaceTiming each other. So he just gave up this guy's name,
Right.
which just totally fucked this guy because
He's
now
like-
Bison's
he's
like,
It's
oh, you're Guile's best
he,
friend.
Oh,
He's
he,
like,
oh, he
Bison-
likes you, huh?
Bison,
Okay.
I want to show you. Bison,
Yeah,
I
I'm
want
about
to
to
show
torture
you
the shit out of you.
I want to show you who is the most important in my life. I've got
Get the Bison.
Bison, take a look
My
at
only
me.
He's right
reason-
behind you right now.
My only reason for going and attacking you would probably be this one guy.
Yeah, yeah.
And you just gave him the
it
fucking
sets
goat.
up motivation.
Well, a couple years ago, I was reading a long article about this fucking movie, and Jean-Claude being yacked on coke the whole time.
Oh, for
He's
sure.
screwing all these
Having
girls
affairs
during-
with girls in the set.
and showing up late to,
You think he banged Kylie Minogue?
I think he did.
He don't deserve. He
Had
don't
to.
deserve to.
He had
bang her.
to.
What do you mean he doesn't deserve to? You
He
seen him
just
naked?
looked. Oh man, what an asshole! He's such a misogynist.
Is his
He,
hair dyed blonde?
A lot of the stunts and the fight choreography for like 85% of this movie was worked out the day of it would be shot.
Yeah.
With Jean-Claude Van Damme being basically the stunt coordinator on a lot of scenes, because they wouldn't even have what.
Right.
And the reason that happened is because right before this happened, Raul Julia had just finished chemo and was very, very sick, very, very weak. And normally on movies, they're always filmed out of sequence.
Yeah.
Right.
They usually will do close-ups and face shots and long dialogues to get those out of the way
Right,
while
right.
stunts and big set pieces are being
Later.
But
prepared.
they had to do all the strenuous stuff early, right? Because he was dying.
the close-up.
Yeah.
Well, they had to. They flip-flopped it because he was so sick and weak that they did the far-away shots where you didn't have to be a close-up on him
Whenever he was sick.
because he refused to use a stunt double too.
Right, he was flying on wires.
Everything in this
everything.
movie is fucking Raul Julia. He
Yeah.
He's
refused
like,
to have
fucking,
a
I'm gonna
stuntman.
die. Like,
Yeah,
What
might
does
as
it
well.
matter at that point?
yeah.
Going out in a big budget movie would be a hell of a way to go. But they had to kind of flip it like that. So because they had to do a lot of the fight sequences and stuff early, they were already unprepared. So they were just coming up with this shit like on the spot. Like you can find stuff where Jean-Claude
like,
Van Damme's
okay, we
like,
have to-
punch him like this and
we-
do this. And they're like, okay, roll.
It's like
okay,
we have
great.
to, we have to have a reason for these guys to be fighting. We haven't figured it out yet. But
Why are these guys mad at each other?
you think there's like some cutting room floor fight scene
And
somewhere?
this guy, Wes Studi, with the eye patch playing Sagat,
Mm-hmm.
is a very awesome actor. He was in Last of the Mohicans. He played one of the bad ones. He was in Heat.
We'll call you on this.
He's been in a few things.
He's a great character actor. I would say underneath Raul Julia, he's probably the second best talent in this whole film.
You need this.
I would agree with that.
I always remember
lot of
him
shit.
from
Dang, man, he's
last-
ahead of the curve. Look at that big vape. I think he's got like.
I bet he could
think he's
bust
got like
some massive-
16. It's got like 16
massive
batteries.
clouds.
in it.
massive
Yeah.
clouds. With that thing.
Why the hell did they cast Ken
These guns, man.
to not have blonde hair?
Look at those fucking
He's supposed to look
guns.
like a surfer dude.
I mean, Giles got
Well,
the blonde
Giles
high
is a
top.
whole other story.
That's a whole. He's got
John-
a
Those
blonde
are
high
the,
top.
those are the
thing.
fakest looking guns I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. They're Nerf guns painted green. They don't even have the proper weight.
Like,
You can-
everybody should have known exactly what was going on.
Oh, here's something really great that I don't even know
course
the
they're
answer
fake,
to.
too. They're
So
tennis
here's
ball
going to be the
guns.
trivia on this podcast if you listen to the end. Right there, Wes Studi, Sagat, was using, I can't remember what the language was. They did all the filming in Australia and Thailand.
Yeah.
So he might have been speaking in Taiwanese. But you assume right there that he's counting down from 3, 2, 1 for them
Mm-hmm.
to fire. According to the commentary by the director, yes, I listened to the commentary by the
Jesus
director.
Christ, Tim.
He goes, that's what you're supposed to assume. If anybody can find out what he actually says, that he was like, he made a joke on the commentary. He goes, well, you have a prize. He goes, let me call Universal Studios real quick and figure out what that prize was supposed to be. That supposedly that's not what he says. He doesn't say 3, 2, 1 countdown.
Yeah, yeah.
And he
So-
said that in the commentary?
yeah, the director said
So the first person to hear that, like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah. So that'll be our Easter egg on this. If y'all can figure out
what he actually said.
look up online what he actually said there in those lines. It's apparently
What do we
it's,
get? What do we
pretty
give him?
funny.
That'll probably be the only time that's ever searched.
Shot at Thirsties?
A couple shots at Thirsties. If
you
you
go.
you actually go do the legwork on that,
And come in, yeah.
I'll-
you get a
I'll-
couple
What, the
shots.
5 minutes of Googling?
yeah, I'll pay you. I'll buy you some shots. Absolutely. This guy was in
There's your
Indiana
marching
Jones
orders, you
and
guys.
Temple of Doom.
Yeah, he was.
Temple of the Doom. Temple of Doom.
We'll see about
Do you like Temple of the Doom or
I
Temple
like-
of Doom?
Well, that's what I.
I like the Temple of the
Is
Doom.
Temple of the Doom like the Indian remake? Like the Bollywood
Yeah,
version?
it's
The
Indian.
Bollywood
It's,
There's like
version.
5 dance
it's
sequences.
Indian Jones.
All the fight
Temple of
sequences
the
have been
Doom.
turned into dance sequences.
No, the name is still Indiana.
India Jones.
India Jones, yeah.
India Jones.
I swear to God that exists.
We
Let me
named
find
the
it.
dog India.
I smell a really good remake coming on. That would be amazing.
All right, we're off to a good start here, you guys.
Tim, I think you should cosplay as Raul Julia as M. Bison every time you go to any type of palooza. and every single Halloween, and
agree.
every Saturday night when you're working at the
And every other
Thirsties.
night of the year.
I agree. You just have to have that maniacal look on your face.
It just yeah.
According to another big problem when they were filming this, was that one of the actors, when they were flying over to Australia to film, got busted at the airport for a shitload of steroids in their character.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I just assume that it's the guy playing Zangief.
Yeah, no,
it's
it's
probably the guy.
Right?
Because
He looks
busted.
jacked throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
No, it's
pretty sure that's the guy that
definitely,
got busted with steroids.
It's definitely him, and I think he had his and Jean Claude's with him too.
Oh, I forgot. We missed a great joke that Zangief had whenever old Guile is like on the TV screen and they're FaceTiming each other.
Right.
Like when Guile said
Fruitopia.
something, when Guile's like, "I'm gonna come," he was like, "I'm gonna hit you so hard the next M. Bison wannabe's gonna feel it."
Wow.
And then Zangief goes, "Quick, change the channel," as if the channel's
right.
Yeah.
The bad guy.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So bad.
So they were just about to inject them with Fruitopia and Mountain Dew.
With
Yep.
Like, what kind of bags did they just print DNA and mutagen?
DNA mutagen.
Like, wouldn't you have like a serial
you could get
number
that.
or like a
Right.
label?
and then also like,
and it's
what
printed
kind of-
on the bag.
What
too.
kind of
Like-
efficacy does that have? Like, you would think that
No,
you would
no.
only need like a few
No.
cc's. That's like 2
Yeah,
liters
but
of
that
DNA.
too,
It's like,
but-
what, you want a gallon bag,
no,
2
but,
gallons?
No, dude, look, somebody printed those bags somewhere. Like, they placed an order to China saying, hey, can you print it? It says DNA mutagens.
Yeah.
It needs to be
But don't call it,
sterilized 2-quart bag.
Don't call it Fruitopia. But we really wanted the people to know that it's a mutagen.
Bum, 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 bum.
They probably, well,
Dang, he didn't want to let go of that hand.
So this is the introduction of Vega.
which was one of my
So
favorite
badass.
characters in the game.
So bad.
He's so because he's cool. He's got
I
a
love
mask.
playing as Vega. Well, that was
he
another.
he
that
jumps
was,
on the cage. He
That was
climb up the
another
cage.
another version of the game. The first version of Street Fighter 2, you couldn't play as Vega, Sagat, Balrog, or Bison.
Right.
Yeah.
The 4 bosses, or I guess what you want to call them. And then it was Street Fighter, not Turbo,
It's
but
Championship
Super
Edition.
Street
Wait a
Fighter.
minute.
It was called Championship
Where you could
Edition.
finally play as them.
Yeah.
And then they added in Cammy.
I think
that
this
was
is-
the first time
Yeah.
there was DLC, I guess you could say.
Well,
but
yeah,
you had
they-
to
they
buy
were-
the new game and get
Capcom
new,
kept
new
modifying
characters.
the cabinets, or they kept modifying
Yeah.
the game, and
It was like a decade before the actual Street Fighter 3 came out.
because Street Fighter 2 was one of the most successful
Yeah.
arcade games in the
There
history
was
of time.
10
Like,
different versions of it.
And this is why a lot of people hate this movie because of like the casting and just the way they treat the characters. Like they just had Vega pull his mask off.
Yeah, why do that?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like he did it in like a intrinsically important way too. He had a limelight on him and everything. He pulled his mask off. People were like, that's not Vega.
Well, the reason he
Even
wears the
Ken,
mask
Well,
is
they
because
kill
he
him
was,
off pretty early, so it's all good.
Well-
Oh, did I give something away?
the reason he wears the mask is because he's
It doesn't matter,
according
it's
to the
Street Fighter.
character's
Right.
background of the game.
No
he's
one
very
cares.
very vain.
Right.
Hence all the flowers and stuff like that. And he got scarred in a fight. And he was so ashamed that his beautiful face was ruined that's why he wears
Wore
the
his
mask. So for him to take it off in the movie, it's like,
It's come on, yeah.
Yeah.
It's, fuck you, fans.
yeah, fuck you, fans.
And then-
Yeah, like the
It's
new
going
Star
against
Wars.
actor was-
against the incredible storyline
Yeah.
of Vega in Street Fighter 2. It's very it's
Shut up,
it's
Chris.
very
Shut up, Chris.
amazing.
well, the actor was probably like, "No, fuck that, man. I'm handsome as shit. I
He
ain't wearing a
was.
mask.
You know that's what he was
You want me
doing.
to be
Yeah.
Vega?
I wanna
show
see-
him my face.
I want to show my face." Every actor in this thought that they were the main character. You know?
they all act that way.
They all act like they're the lead.
And then
Hey, isn't that guy, the guy with the eye patch, the guy from Jurassic Park, the hunter? No, not
No,
him.
that was Pete Postlethwaite.
Lost World. Lost World, the
Lost
second
World.
Lost
I,
World.
I only know
Postlethwaite.
I only know one other person that actually
He's the guy that
likes
was hunting
movie.
the T-Rex. He's a big
Yeah.
game hunter.
He was Pete. The
Maybe.
actor's name is Pete Postlethwaite.
You know what I found out?
He was Mr. Kobayashi in Usual Suspects.
And-
Pete Postlethwaite.
This
You know that last name? Oh, Zach still doesn't know how to
Oh,
pronounce
yeah.
that last name.
you're Postlewaite, right?
How is it pronounced?
He had an H in his and an E on the end, though.
That is the most interesting story I've
so they
ever
put
heard,
they
Tim.
put Jurassic Park on Netflix, and I was like, "Fuck it, let me watch this." And I watched it, and y'all probably know this already, but John Hammond, the actor who plays John Hammond,
Oh, I saw
David
yeah.
Attenborough.
his brother is David Attenborough.
That's fucking nuts.
Like, how fucking crazy is that?
That's crazy.
really
And as
crazy.
soon as I figured that out, I was like, okay, Richard Attenborough is his name.
I used to get high with Dickie Attenborough.
Unfortunately, not.
Oh, you and Pete Postlethwaite?
Yeah, well, his friends call him Dickie, not Richard. So
oh yeah,
Oh, you and Jay Gold went
I
over
used
there.
to I used to smoke
Bobby De
pot
Niro
with,
and Marty Scorsese.
Johnny Hopkins,
Yeah.
the old Johnny Hopkins.
Oh,
Marty Scorsese.
Damn, he just like throat slapped
the
him.
one guy was gonna stab that guy
Yeah.
out of all those people.
And why did they dye his hair
An
red?
assassin purposely for.
It's orange, okay?
Orange.
Oh,
Why do they dye it orange? You
Hers
know,
is orange too.
Guile is very famously like blonde with a
You know
Like, that's
that
the most obvious tattoo position you could get if you're wearing dress shirts, right?
Cut to.
Who is it?
Oh!
Dum dum dum.
So he was working for the bad guys. I would have never guessed that when he tried to assassinate the lead character.
Now everybody's in jail. All of them.
You think they were afraid of us?
Not us.
At least they didn't whitewash the character Ryu.
Right.
They
That is
actually,
pretty cool. Yeah,
you know,
what did you just call him?
Ryu.
Ryu, Ryu, whatever you want to say.
Are you one of those guys?
I say Ryu. You call him Ryu. I'm leaving this podcast.
Get out of here, Chris. But I'm upset they were never in any geese. It's supposed to be a white and a red geese.
Well, it's
dog.
at the very end.
They do later.
They do later.
Oh.
They do later, but it takes a long time.
It's a mess.
That was another one thing. Like as 12-year-old me, I was like, when the fuck are they gonna get in their costumes?
Right? Yeah, for sure.
I mean, we've had 10 X-Men movies, and they still haven't gotten in their fucking proper costumes.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Like, when did he make that?
What was that?
Yeah.
Bamboo shoots and some nails.
Yeah, what did he like?
Oh, like
Sharpen some
slivers of wood.
spoons?
Hey, man.
It's like they're
Those
they're
motherfuckers are
vaguely
inventive.
they're always
thing.
prepared to be able to make like the glove for
Like,
that.
okay, look, like you think you think that a prison they come up with some inventive ways, and you put them like in like Southeast Asia where all the engineers come from. You know, can you imagine?
This is the stupidest shit I've ever.
Like, how sharp is that thing?
I think I just saw that.
They've
bar
been in there
bend.
like a couple hours, but he
That
was
kid
able to
just bent that bar on the door.
get some bamboo, and nobody noticed him sharpen those into a Wolverine claws.
But you can't even conceal that.
And
Like-
that's T-Hawk. That's supposed to be the character of T-Hawk, which was a Native American.
Tomahawk.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
that's-
that was the
that's
cleverness of the
That's a super
T-Hawk.
clever name there. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, screw that. I go with Nightwolf
Yeah.
from Mortal Kombat 3 before
I'll take
I go
Nightwolf.
with T-Hawk.
Every day.
Nightwolf was pretty badass.
Yeah, he was.
I remember
Yeah.
like the spirit tomahawk, like
Yeah,
uppercuts.
that
Damn.
uppercut. Mm.
Nightwolf was badass. I remember that character. I played with him.
I'm totally out of my element. I don't play fighting games. I just never liked them. I mean, I like the console, like the big
the
gaming
This
cabinets. but-
Guido-looking motherfucker that's like a guard for... So this is where we go, oh, Dalzim's not really a bad guy. He doesn't approve of what they're doing to Blanca.
Oh yeah, they're
Muscle mass
Who was
increased
supposed to be-
50%.
Dude, Blanca, the actor should have been like massive.
should have
Yeah.
been like.
Oh, it's one of the
short-
most
short
ridiculous...
massive,
Should
yeah.
have been.
Blanca's reveal later is one of the most ridiculous
gone?
things.
Should have been gone.
I thought so.
Hopefully, if you're a listener and you've been listening, you appreciate the inside goofiness that we do.
This... Okay,
Everyone
now I was
saying
saying that
should've been gone.
they filmed in Australia and Taiwan exclusively. Thailand.
I guess that's how they got Kylie, huh?
Here, have a chance.
And,
Australia?
yeah.
Hostages Bison is holding.
I thought she was a Kiwi.
I think she's Australian.
No, she's Australian.
She's an Aussie.
But one of the set designers, the major set designer, did the Towering Inferno and the Poseidon Adventure.
Yep.
And then he went from those classic films to
this. Yeah.
But when you take that into mind and you look at some of the sets, the exteriors, it is pretty impressive.
Are you the
Yeah, they built these sets on the fly, and
Yeah.
a lot of them are quite impressive.
you different?
There's a big temple thing you
'Cause
see
all of
later
them-
on that's all styrofoam.
Yeah, and all of them were
Please leave.
built purposefully to have stunts performed in them and stuff, so they're all kind of like soft.
Leaving.
Yeah.
He's over my dead body.
Over my dead body. You like my hat?
Did y'all ever watch any of the anime movies or anything? Of
Well,
Street
I was
Fighter?
talking about that
They're pretty
earlier.
dope.
When I was looking up something on YouTube about this earlier,
Yeah,
in
because they
my-
made Street Fighter Alpha. It was
in my search, a lot of those Street Fighter animated films you can get, excuse me, in their entirety
Right.
on YouTube. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh man, after we do this, I'm going home and because the animated movies are actually really good.
They are, yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty impressive.
They get into like the origins of the characters
Yeah.
and the Ken Ryu stuff.
the animation's
Artwork's awesome.
fantastic. Yeah, the artwork's amazing. Those are actually really worth a watch.
And you're out of business.
Did
Did you see him just flip his hair?
He just flipped his ponytail, y'all.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the thing here is a very spy movie kind of, hey, pretend to be bad so you can spy on the bad guys for us. They really kind of set up M. Bison and stuff like a James Bond villain,
Kinda, yeah.
you know, but then
He's
they-
got his lair and
Yeah.
all that. Yeah.
He's got like 40 TVs that are all
yeah,
connected to have one giant image.
Big grid, kind of
So
like
stick
grid.
what was that? Milk Money.
The
Milk
Truman
Money?
Show.
No.
Milk Money was the one with the
Blank check.
the
Blank check.
prostitute. Yeah.
Blank check.
He bought that big
God.
house with all the TVs.
Yeah.
They're all square.
Ryu, Ken, throw us the keys.
Well, you know,
Aaron, do you have a fanny pack?
Why are we all
I do.
speaking?
in the
Everybody speaks perfect
I use
English.
this
in the
fanny pack
game,
when I ride my
right,
bicycle.
Except for
Ryu and Ken
Jean-Claude
should be
Van
able to
Damme. Works
shoot
really well.
blue energy balls at people. So I'm curious if that's going to happen in this this movie.
I don't know. Maybe.
If it did, it wouldn't make really any sense. But we'll see.
Oh, well, at this point, it might as well. See, like as a kid, you're like, man, what the fuck? Vega and Ryu are fucking working together?
It's a prison break,
This
boys.
is bullshit. This is the Great Escape. I'm gonna pull my gun even though I'm upstairs.
That gun totally would have fucking killed both of them. Though. Absolutely.
Well, yeah.
If you had just straight across the windshield, they'd be gone, and the movie would be over.
Yeah.
You know,
Shoot the driver,
I
it
heard,
crashes, blows up, the end.
I heard that Jean-Claude was so yacked up during this that he didn't even know he was on a movie. They were like, "Hey man, there's some
killed
shit
kids.
going
This was
down.
real life to
killed
him.
There's some
kids.
shit
People.
going down, and we think that you're the man for the job."
And
then
two
he
of them
just
were
like,
children.
he dove into a
Some
pile
of
of
them
blood and was
kids.
like, "I'll be there tomorrow." He's actually killing all these people and doing all this shit.
There's a mass grave. I love that. Yeah.
He's so high that he's just like
See, every
doesn't
person
the
you
cameras
see,
and
like they're
shit.
really getting their
There was
brains
no
blown out.
reason for him to jump over that thing, but he was like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking jump over that. Just roll cameras.
Oh, he's popped.
Oh wow.
See, so Sagat sees
They
it.
shot him right in the belly.
How Sagat saw that through that window. And he even does the nod. That's so like.
I guess it was
He does
'cause
the nod of, okay, now I believe that you're a bad guy.
He just heard him. He heard the shot.
And then here's
stop and
another.
everything.
Why did she need to do that tuck and roll?
At the very last moment.
Yeah, that wasn't necessary.
Oh my gosh.
But I will commend, before we talk shit about the girls, Kylie Minogue and the actress who plays Chun-Li, they did all of their own stunts.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Everyone
Like
did. I
100,
think,
yeah,
right?
for the most
Pretty
part.
much everyone did.
Raul Julia did. Jean-Claude Van Damme obviously did. But the girls like insisted on doing all their own stunts, which was pretty cool. So when you see them do some stuff in this,
Yeah, because
It's
they
really-
were
it's
hanging
re-
out
it's
with
not a- it's
Jean-Claude
not a
in
stunt
his,
double. They're-
in his van doing blow,
doing
and they're
blow.
like, "I'll do it. I'll run up that building."
yeah,
I'm
give me,
yacked.
give me another line,
I'll do that. I don't
JCVD.
care.
JCVD, if you're going to do it, I'm going to do it, baby.
Yeah, I love you.
You think he
You're
had
gonna
a-
talk-
Look
you're
at
gonna
that,
talk to the
look at
agent,
that.
aren't
That
you?
was so I missed that.
Do you think he had a
that
threesome
was
with
that
him?
was their medical expertise.
Do you think they had a threesome with him?
No,
you think they had a
no,
threesome?
They,
No, probably not.
They walked up.
Oh,
he's-
that was, and they just like he's dead.
no. They just walk up. They check the pulse on his wrist,
Yeah.
and go yeah, and just throw the blanket on. Nobody tried CPR.
He did.
Nobody even touched any other part of his body except for his wrist,
Oh, he
and they're like,
did.
"Nah, he's dead."
Tim, I'm very serious about this cosplay in you.
I-
And if anything, I'd get the cosplay of DJ here. I'd even get like the Jedi ponytail.
DJ is actually one of the only funny characters. In this.
Honestly, I think you should just cosplay as only like you like ghoulie characters. Like you gotta go as Mr. Adams and fucking
Yeah,
Bison
yeah.
every time.
Those movies were great.
That big TV array he has, though.
Him and
you gotta
Angelica
think.
Houston.
You gotta think back in '94. Think of whenever you were a kid in '94. You saw this movie and you thought it was amazing.
Yeah.
As a kid,
Right.
You know, unless you knew all the other shit. Maybe a teenager or not, but you would see that set up and it's just like amazing looking.
It's kind of big
Like-
Batman lair with
Like
all
that
the
would
TVs.
blow
Yeah,
your
I-
mind.
I
and
did
now
think
I
it
look
was
at it, I'm
amazing.
just like, God, that's horrible.
Yeah.
I thought it was amazing. I was like, I
Who
could
would
watch
do
some
that?
really like
Personally on the back.
really like shady boobies that I'm trying to get on HBO. Really big on that thing.
Well, the
Like,
bigger you
I'm trying
have
to tune
it,
it in.
the more you know how there's the butterfly things where it's like all this weird pattern. You have to cross your eyes and it's
Yeah, yeah.
kind of like that. That's what you got to do with Cinemax whenever it's
Right, yeah.
fuzzy.
Yeah.
You gotta blur your
We're talking
eyes.
about the 3D.
scrambled channel.
Yeah.
we're
And,
talking about
and then a
in
titty
94.
pops out.
Yeah,
of
you're
it.
like, oh shit, a titty.
A titty
That's all
pops
I
out
need.
instead of a
That's
butterfly or whatever they put.
Butterfly.
I think we've all been there.
Oh, we've definitely been there. We all been in '94. Zach was like 2 months old.
This is the scene where the bad guy
I was 5.
I know. I'm just making a joke.
he doesn't think that he's a bad guy, you know.
Not for evil.
Oh,
He wants to-
Zangief. He's the.
This
he's-
is the James
he's
Bond
the
villain.
bumbling. You know.
Well, no, the speech that
Oh,
he's
Bison.
that Bison's given.
I'm
off.
trying to make a perfect place
Yeah.
that McDonald's and Starbucks will want to move into.
Well,
I feel like
he's like,
Hitler. He's like channeling Hitler a little
Yeah,
bit.
Mussolini.
I think so too.
Yeah, Mussolini.
Yeah.
Well, the
Fascism.
platform he
Yeah.
has in the center, where it's like a round thing, that's something that Hitler used to use a lot. Yeah.
Well, the director said in the commentary, you'll even notice some of his posturing and stuff. He's channeling Mussolini.
He's very.
Yeah.
Because he Raul Julia apparently watched videos of Hitler and Mussolini and stuff, and of not them like commanding armies, just like them like walking around like doing shit like in the
Going to
videos, like
cafes.
pointing at stuff, and
it's
target,
like-
and so he could kind of just like
See,
when they just kind of
that's-
walk
and that's
around
not totally unsurprising because of his dedication
Bison-opolis.
to what he was doing
Yeah.
with it, and it's kind of. It's not sad at all because it's still like we still watch this movie, but it's just like that he put all his last
Yeah, he still took it seriously.
his
What he
last
went out on. It's
Yeah.
kind of a
our
bummer.
artistic outtake is like, and Jean-Claude Van Damme was just coked out. He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, sorry you're dying, bro."
Yeah.
yeah,
Exactly.
Cancer, so that's like, dude.
It's like, "Hey, wrap up party." Oh,
Oh, my bad. You have 3 sons you're about to leave behind, and fucking the only reason
I'm
you're
gonna go fuck Kylie again. See?
It's a wrap-up party. He's
Sucks.
wrapped in plastic.
So look here, there isn't. Is this the introduction to E Honda, or did we already see him before?
We saw him briefly earlier, but
So that's
yeah.
E Honda. That's supposed to be a Japanese sumo wrestler.
Yeah, he's an
I thought
American
he was.
Samoan.
I thought he was Samoan. Yeah.
Well, the actor
He
is
is in
Samoan.
this,
in the
but
game, he's
the
supposed
game
to
he's
be
Japanese.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
from
Is it
Japan.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Japan.
Well, it had to be
Giants.
American. God damn it.
Huh?
Had to
And
be
there's
American.
Balrog, the boxer. That's another thing. I was like,
and Balrog
so these
was-
guys work for Chun-Li. I was like, what
Oh,
the
yeah.
fuck? Balrog's a bad guy in the game.
And in the game's Balrog in the Japanese version, he's Mike Tyson. I don't know if y'all know
Yeah, oh,
that.
yeah,
he's
They
definitely
changed
Mike,
his
yeah.
name and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
His name
Well,
was
that's
like,
why they did M. Bison.
Right.
And I can't remember what it was. And then Balrog.
Yeah.
Bison's
switched
character
him.
was supposed to be named
Balrog
Balrog.
was supposed to be. Well, Balrog was supposed to be M. Bison, which rhymes
Right.
with Mike Tyson.
Right.
And
Yeah,
they-
because
yeah.
Balrog was M. Bison.
Now,
Right.
So
now,
they switched it because
switched it up.
Yeah.
now, just talking about consistency between characters, and I'll get to the sexist part of our broadcast today. Chun-Li's thighs in this one, not that impressive.
There ain't no Chun-Li
she ain't got
thighs.
them-
She's hotter in the
Yeah.
game.
I remember being a little kid and being like, man, I wish Chun-Li would just squeeze me.
Just choke me out.
Just squeeze me.
Like Xena on a top in
Yeah.
GoldenEye.
Yeah, oh, totally.
Call back to the
Xena
the
had
Golden
tensile
Eye.
strength. She didn't have like a lot of mass, Like Chun-Li has like that, like
In the
it's like,
games, her
this is
thighs
a
are
press.
ridiculous.
Right,
This
she's
is
like,
a
she's
hydraulic
like,
press.
I can definitely bust a watermelon in
Yes.
my thigh.
Ain't gonna be no straining.
Decapitate you with
Just pop.
His hair doing all her own stunts, jumping up that window and then coming down.
Yeah, she's pretty badass, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, that wasn't that big a drop.
It's big enough.
Tim, you would sprain your goddamn ankle.
You know you would just melt.
It's just collapse into a pile of garbage.
Some whiskey.
Huh? You want some whiskey?
No, pile of garbage and whiskey.
Oh yeah.
When was the last time
I
you
was
jumped
hoping
off
that
a
you
height?
smelled like garbage and whiskey.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
We like to have a good time, you guys.
Oh.
Hey,
Oh, my
Chun-Li
God.
never wore that in the
That's
game.
not her costume.
Nobody's gonna know.
Yeah,
No one will know.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's gonna be so great. Sorry, guys. Y'all will not know what we're looking at each other
Maybe
for.
one day.
So she's walking around with this big old,
What's she breaking into?
and it's making this big loud beeping sound. Like she's supposed to be secretive.
I think she's trying to find like the genetic testing laboratory.
hey, like,
'cause
she's
they don't
a
know he's
ninja.
doing that.
She's a ninja, and she had a mask on. And then as soon as she breaks into the place, she takes the mask off. So what's the fucking point? The point of the mask is you keep it on,
Vega took his mask off, so I don't know.
so nothing's sacred.
Yeah, nothing's
this is
fucking
a
safe.
no
Guys,
mask production.
guys, we all wear masks.
That's what I'm
Sometimes-
saying.
but
No,
but sometimes we have
that's
to
what
just
I've been
take them
trying to
off.
say.
Fuck it, mask.
Be the
off.
real me.
Did he just
Oh
fucking
shit, he's still
wake up from
alive.
the
John
dead?
Claude, I thought he died.
I thought he died too.
He's just been laying there still.
I've been resurrected.
I was actually surprised they were going to kill him off that early in the movie. But I mean, yeah, you just need to tag that name on there.
Did you see? Did you see what he
It was
had?
a little squib setup
Yeah.
thing.
But how creepy is that? Like this whole time we've been watching her sneak around and stuff like that. He's just been chilling on that.
He's been a peeping Tom
on that cadaver board, just laying perfectly still in the dark.
It's like best night of sleep I've ever gotten.
Because he's like, man, I'm coming down off a 2-day bender.
He would have done the 80s thing and did a one-liner. He'd be like,
a kitchen nap.
He was like, I slept like the dead.
I want his head.
There was a cool thing that I saw in The Expanse, if y'all haven't seen that yet. And it really made... And they did the same thing.
Are you a promoter for The Expanse?
No, I just really like it.
He gets a quarter
Send
every
us
time.
some shit, The Expanse.
Yeah, a quarter. I get a quarter. But
Come on, Jeff Bezos.
They do
send
this
us
thing.
some
They
stuff.
do this thing to where like they need to conserve energy and oxygen or whatever. Like they run out of oxygen on a ship, and there's 3 people. It's like one of us needs to go to sleep, and they like inject them with something. It's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
That was an interesting thing.
They kinda
And maybe
do-
they kind of do the same kind of thing here.
One of us needs to hibernate.
There's this pill you're going to take. It's going to make you look dead. You won't be able to feel the pulse in the wrist.
But it just slows you
But
down.
in Thailand,
So,
that's the standard operating procedure is wrist only. So
nothing else.
nothing else.
Man, you didn't get time to check if
They didn't even like get a mirror and check to see if his mouth's fogging up.
You didn't get time for that in Thailand, dog.
Yeah, do you know how many people die on motorcycles alone? Like
Yeah.
every day.
And
They
like
don't have lanes.
cobra bites.
No, I can't.
coconuts
I can't
dropping on
talk
your
shit on
head.
Thailand.
Cruise missile, all original equipment.
Kylie looked genuinely mad that he said, "What a woman."
This
She looked
guy-
genuinely mad.
This guy is yelling, "Cruise missiles for sale!" Cruise missiles for sale.
Like new.
To evacuate American embassy in Saigon.
Jesus Christ. They're just having like a legit fire sale. Everything.
Listen
looks
to
dope.
this like
You buy
brainwashing
2
voice.
Tomahawk missiles, you get the 3rd one free.
What's going on here?
And here in Bisonland, we have entertainments. We have many things. People in silk clothings.
Fine wines and perfumes.
Yes.
We're gonna put a girl in a barrel and toss her back and forth.
Yeah.
Like
Oh no.
They all set this up and they all set this up and they actually made this happen.
Yeah.
They filmed it.
They're like, that's
and
a
then
good
they
idea.
released it.
That's a good
Why-
idea.
why?
Start working on the costumes. Like, what is the fucking point of this whole...
they actually took over like the craft services tent. You know,
Everybody out.
nobody's eating anyway. Everybody's on blow.
Yeah, why are they all clapping? If
They
this
literally
is the greatest
spent no
thing they've
money
just seen.
on craft
That
services.
was magical, man. What are
hell?
you talking about? That was magic. Who is this?
That's Chun-Li, right?
It looks like Chun-Li.
That's Chun-Li. That was
Chun-Li's
Balrog
fine.
and E Honda.
Chun-Li fine as hell.
I would love to overdub this movie.
Oh, they're doing a spy thing. That's all them.
Yeah.
That's right, that's right.
I
They're
just
like,
realized that.
keep smiling.
See how much we pay attention to the movie, folks.
Well, we're talking a lot about, its
Well, I
historical things.
figured it out.
That's the point, Chris. I was just joking.
Whoa! DJ made a real creepy face there.
He's a creep. What do you expect?
Business.
Business.
This is the perfect time to talk about serious things.
Yeah.
That guy that plays Vega looks like covered in makeup. It's insane.
Oh,
Yeah.
makeup and sunless tanner from
Yeah.
1994.
Yeah.
When it was really bad.
Who's the white guy that's
Turn your skin
not
copper.
Jean-Claude Van Damme?
That's Ken.
That's Ken.
Oh, okay.
It's Ken and Ryu. Oh, you never.
They're brothers.
And they play smugglers in this.
Well, they're
which
like
is-
adopted
I stopped playing
brothers.
games when I was a kid. So.
Yeah, they're raised by the
Fuck
same.
you. No, you didn't. Just so people don't believe you. No, he didn't.
I
No, he
never
didn't.
really played Street Fighter.
I haven't. I've heard not one person more than Zach talk about how excited they are.
Hey,
to
have
play
you
Red
played The
Dead
Witcher
Redemption.
3 yet?
Dude, Red Dead Redemption
Have you played
2,
The Witcher 3
Yeah.
yet, though?
Witcher
Oh
3.
right,
Have
that's
you
him.
played The Witcher yet, though?
Yeah, that's
It's
him.
amazing.
I was like, Zach, man, I'm thinking about getting like the new Skyrim or Witcher 3. He's like, fuck you, get The Witcher.
They're
And it
just
was
busting
boring.
out all
It
these
was boring as
major
hell.
guns.
I've
Fuck
never played.
you.
I've never played The Witcher,
Fuck
but
you, The
I
Witcher's
hear The
amazing.
Witcher takes
Boring.
you over, and once the game's over,
Nah,
you're
not
genuinely
really.
sad about
It
it.
was actually boring.
You're sad that you
great.
finished it.
It's a better story
boring.
than Skyrim. Let's just say
Skyrim's
that.
boring.
Skyrim's like button pushing.
Skyrim's boring.
Skyrim's just like you're just smashing
It's not
buttons.
as
basically.
boring as Witcher 3.
The fight mechanics blow. The Witcher 3
Aaron
fight
looks
mechanics are
legitimately mad.
entertaining and fun.
Witcher 3 is Assassin's Creed's fight mechanics put in a
Fuck
fantasy.
you.
That's
No,
what
it's
it is.
not.
Yes, it is. That's
No,
all
it's
it
not.
is.
Even Assassin's Creed is button tapping.
That's all it is.
No.
That's
Screw
it.
all
The
those
story's
games.
better. It
story
looks
is-
better.
The story is like
Send us some
gone.
stuff. The
The
Witcher
story
3.
is amazing.
Oh, you know what I just remembered?
What's that?
They actually made Street Fighter the movie,
The game.
game.
Did they really?
Yeah, there's a Street Fighter
they
the
used
movie.
their likenesses.
Street Fighter the movie, the
It's
game.
fucking
Yeah.
awful.
It's terrible. It's the worst Street Fighter game ever made.
They took their likenesses, like they
Was
would
it
do.
like,
Yeah, they
remember-
made him look like them.
Was
There
it
were
like on
games
the
like
OG
Pit Fighter and
Game Boy or something, or what?
There's like Super Nintendo, like,
Genesis,
all that
yeah.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like just a straight to cartridge.
On
It did
the-
not go to
Dude, what's
an
his
arcade.
name?
on
Not
the
have a-
blue on the
not have a
Blu-ray.
mask?
They have the trailer for the game on
can't remember.
on the Blu-ray
I'll
disc.
look that up.
It's they just
Street
took the movie
Fighter,
likenesses.
the movie,
the
the game.
It was so.
Make up your mind.
It was so.
What are you?
It was so clunky. It was like remember Shaq Fu?
Oh yeah.
I remember Shaq Fu. You know, I thought they just made a new
You know,
Shaq
actually,
Fu.
We need to do Shazam.
They're in talks to make a new Shaq Fu. Actually,
They are
Yeah.
like it's like a downloadable or something.
or something. Yeah.
Or something.
But we're your friends.
Street
Video
Fighter
games.
the movie arcade game. Oh, it looks like Mortal Kombat. Actually, it's like they use. You know how Mortal Kombat
Yeah, they
uses
look- they
video
look like-
sprites?
they look like-
right. Yeah.
Well, that's what I was saying. That old Pit Fighter before Street Fighter 2 got big. Remember
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
game?
Screw
where they-
Pit Fighter, man. That
But
game
you know,
was terrible.
They used that kind of. That was the first game.
yeah,
to
it was
do
the
that.
it was people. You were
Yeah.
you saw the human being you were
That's
playing.
what they
Exactly.
Street Fighter the
Look,
movie.
this is what it looks like. It looks like Mortal Kombat because it's got like video sprites.
Yeah.
In my boxing career,
Don't tell me.
Look at that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, the trailers for the game is on the Blu-ray disc.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
You need to
That's
know
hilarious.
is that the weapons and munitions Bison
Oh.
got dealing.
Street Fighter the movie was also a PlayStation. It was a PlayStation game, I guess.
Oh, shit.
yeah.
That's old school. Another shot?
Yeah, well, Aaron, you want to pour yourself a shot?
I can do that.
I can't reach all the way over to Zach.
I can actually pour things out of vessels into smaller vessels.
Well, that was special.
Well, they're still in these ridiculous costumes.
I also say that if you do cosplay and
God.
you're working at Thirsties,
I'm doing
that,
Chun-Li.
that you should actually have this. You should be like tonight at
Fucking
Thirsties,
straight up
and it's the
Borat.
same like whole thing that they did, the whole dancing scene, the magic thing.
Yeah.
It's like,
Ladies and
tonight at
gentlemen.
Thirsties, we have some great entertainment.
That's
You
what
know-
Tim's
you know,
going to do at a
uh,
release party.
Yep. I'll dress up.
You already
like
told
Chun-Li.
you already signed the papers.
Well, that's
Shit.
that's one thing that we really hope to accomplish with all of this is that the movie night specifically, we would really love to go to like Comic Palooza or Space City Con
Oh, yeah.
or Houston Comic Con and get a cheers, fellas.
Well, I'm going to that Fanicom or Fandemic
Right, so we
We
really
want to get a booth.
in September.
that's the thing is we really look forward to the days where we can get a booth and like do some outreach and interview like professional cosplayers.
Well,
and
that's why
also
like I'm gonna
creators and artists and
And we'll do
whenever you go
that
these
under
places.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
the movie night thing.
I would really like it by the time next
badass.
year's
Yeah.
Comic Palooza comes around in Houston that we had a booth.
Well, they also do. Comic Palooza does a special outreach for podcasters, and they only let like 40 in, and you can do live panels there. So
We got to get in on
yeah,
that.
I'm gonna sign up the paper.
I'd really like to be by the time that comes around next year.
Because when we
be,
went
be
this,
ready to do
this
it.
year when we went, a lot of those podcasters fell through, and I met the guy who was the director of that program, and he was really upset. He was like,
Oh wow.
"It's like none of these people are professional." And I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna hit you up next year."
The
And
only
I
thing-
talked to him. So.
The only thing though is that if we do that, the way that we produce this podcast is not necessarily kosher.
Well, they have. I mean, there's all sorts of
kosher
stuff
enough.
there where we'll just have signs that say
Look at all those fireworks in that explosion. They just ran into a
Wow.
firework truck.
yep.
That was cool.
There was supposed to be Tomahawk and cruise missiles in all of that.
Oh yeah, well they were,
But they're not
artillery
all, like,
shells and
they would all be
rubber
dead.
candles.
They would all be dead
Yeah, there'd be a crater.
for like
It was a Roman
a
candle
half
truck.
mile.
Yeah. But no.
God damn, that's some good technology.
Hey, for 93, we're in 93, right?
94.
94. Ryu, Ken. Japan.
Japan, yeah. This is the menu
Round
screen.
one.
While their government scorned me,
Like, why is he explaining this to all these people?
It's that
They
typical
they all
Bond
already
villain
know
thing.
this. Yeah.
are given clean clothing.
This is based on a video game, so it's like
First warned us of
you gotta extrapolate it somehow, right?
Oh,
on The
this
Witcher,
is-
they
oh,
don't
well,
do that. On
here's the-
Skyrim, they do that.
Shut the
okay, all
fuck
right.
up.
Aaron, all right, for the listeners, Aaron's not even here to defend himself
Witcher.
right now. While Zach is throwing shade.
We were talking about where they're going to get into their costumes, and they just set that scene up where Bison goes, "They will all be given clean clothing, shower them and change their clothes." So
Yeah.
that's when they come back and they're in their video game costumes.
Oh,
or,
that's right.
or more accurate costumes.
They all do like this
at the
stance.
end.
They all do.
They're all victory
the
stance
pose,
from the game. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Not talking about me when I left or something?
No, you'll hear. You'll hear.
Yeah. You'll just have to listen to the episode.
I'll let you know right now. I didn't say a damn thing.
we did.
I'm kind of getting a little paranoid right now. What's going on?
Don't be paranoid.
I walked in and everyone got quiet. I don't.
Come with me.
Is there something you guys want to ask me? I don't. Okay.
We were talking about how what I just said was that they're finally getting into their video game costumes.
Oh yeah.
To be at random.
You dehydrate yourself.
Why the hell is he in a suit? Why is Ken in
Yeah,
a suit?
hydrate or dihydrate, motherfuckers.
Sucks. This
This sucks.
Like us. Those guys were good guys, like us.
We're definitely the good guys in this story.
Yeah, just in case the audience forgot. Those guys are good guys, and so are we.
Even though they shot
So-
somebody in the stomach,
So,
escaped prison, punched people in the face.
They had no reason to be punched.
killed all those people. So is Jean-Claude Van Damme, he's not necessarily like the main protagonist. Like, because really the heroes of it are Ken and
In
Ryu,
the game,
right?
I always felt
In the
like
game,
it was Ryu. Yeah.
In the
Ken
game,
and
Ken and
Ryu,
Ryu
yeah.
always
Yeah.
felt like the actual
Right. Guile's like
heroes.
a side guy.
Yeah.
He's
like a
he's like
side
a
bad.
dude.
He was a good guy,
Yeah.
but he was not the main character.
He was a blonde-haired, white American man,
Yeah.
Distract his defenses from the east.
and he had a comb
That's
and
the
he brushed
most
his hair up.
American accent I've ever heard.
Strike these defenses.
Everything he's got?
Oh, wow.
You sounded like
Did we just jump into a Godzilla movie?
Sounds like the fucking
kind of
Muppets.
sound like
Okay,
Black
so-
Panther just then.
Just so you guys know, right now what they're wearing is they're wearing blue camo. They have the baby blue hats. It says AF on the side instead of
They're just
UN.
like Dutch.
No, what they're dressed like is UN people.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
that's what
yeah.
they're supposed to be, which would be a multi-country like force.
Multi-ethnicity thing.
So that's kind of like.
So
what
we're
they're-
being really
But Jean-Claude
hatred
Damme,
right now.
JCVD's like, fuck that.
Hey, dude.
right.
Hey, any immigrant
Flex my muscles.
that comes in this country legally
Legally!
can serve and protect our freedoms.
Hell yeah, bro.
Did it just look like he kind of enjoyed getting
Yeah,
whipped?
this is really fucking weird
That
scene.
was strange.
This is a
yeah.
really weird scene.
Oh, you
E
got
Honda's like not really. He's like enjoying it.
is there a
Yeah.
mosquito in here?
Yeah, he's like,
Like Peter
he's like
Griffin.
harder, daddy.
He's like, boy, you don't know how to throw.
Maybe you ought to lie down first.
What does that mean?
Means you're gonna get tired.
He could have been on the
Means
steroids.
you're gonna get tired whooping him up.
That might have been the steroid guy.
That could be the steroid guy.
They're
These,
all
these
steroid
people are
guys.
supposed to be
serious?
reporters or journalists or something like that.
They're all steroid guys.
Yeah, but they use that as a cover to infiltrate.
Oh yeah.
Oh, God.
That's not even that bad.
How do you keep from crying out?
There's been a lot of movies that come out recently that had a lot worse than that.
Body could be in one place, my mind another. Next time your mind leaves, tell to bring back pizza.
You know, I saw this.
Oh
at the,
my
I saw that.
God.
I saw this movie at the Pines Theater, and when that lines
No
like
shit?
yeah, and when lines like that was uttered, they're all applauding.
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
And I'm like,
It's a time
why
and
do I
place.
live here?
It's a time and place.
Why am I here?
It's a time and place.
Yeah.
Well, hey, pizza was really big in the early
Fucking
90s.
funny.
because of the Ninja
Pizza
Turtles.
was really big in the 90s.
It was really big in the 90s, y'all. Just for the
Dude,
younger
no,
listeners.
if you see the opening montage from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: Secret of the Ooze, the slices of pizza these people are eating,
He's got a slice of pizza on his
they're
fucking
insane. There's slices of pizza on all these characters.
I don't know if I've ever seen
Look at
Tim
that.
laugh as hard as he's laughing right now.
Oh, that one got me. Pizza was big in the 90s.
Well, it was.
They were bigger.
They were, yeah, the Bigfoot pizza.
Well, hey.
I wonder who that is.
Hey,
in
is that local
poster.
reporter chick?
Yeah, it's nothing but reporters.
Oh, look, now they're in their geese.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
With the pizzas on it.
What would be so funny is if like
It looks like
put
he
on a
has his
blonde,
on
or if
backwards.
his hair was just long and blonde now, like no
Yeah,
explanation.
yeah.
Right.
Like it's like now he looks like the character
Everybody
from
else
the
looks
game.
exactly the same,
It doesn't
but
make
his
sense why he
hair-
has long
It's like,
blonde
dude, this
hair
is a
now,
really
but he
nice place.
does.
They had a salon.
Or just
Like,
change the actor too.
like, they didn't just go have the
Totally changed the actor. Like, totally new guy.
He's like, dude, what happened?
Has that ever happened
He's
before?
like, I'm in
What are you
Thailand.
talking about, bro?
It needs to.
I've been
Has
here
that
the whole
ever-
time.
I'm in Thailand,
Hey, hold
dude.
on,
I got
hold on.
$3 extensions.
there has to have been a time where like they had to change the actor halfway through.
Well, there's actors have been recast before.
Yeah, recast, but
shows,
no,
yeah,
I mean like
usually
they
not
had to
movies.
they had to finish the shooting
Usually
with
not
other
movies.
No,
actors.
they'll reshoot everything if they have to,
Yeah.
or scrap it.
Well, there was
That's-
that Kevin Spacey thing.
Or
That's in
they
shows, that's not
redo it
movies.
with,
Yeah.
The
with stunt
richest
doubles
man in
where
the
you
world
can't
or
see their
whatever.
face.
They had to swap him out for what's his name?
Yeah, and like in a month they
Christopher Knight or
they
whatever his
recast like
fucking
all of his scenes like
Yeah.
in some insane amount of time.
What you got? Old Back to the Future. What Eric Stoltz?
Eric Stoltz.
He was Marty McFly for like 6 months of filming or whatever.
That's right,
And then
yeah.
and then
He was marking out.
And then Spielberg realized that Michael J. Fox was the guy that he needed, so he ended up getting him. And
Tom
so
Selleck
like
was gonna
literally,
be-
What was the
Eric,
other, the other
Eric
guy was
Stoltz-
too stiff, right?
Yeah, like Eric Stoltz literally shot like all the. They had to reshoot all this shit with. Wait, what did you just say? What did I miss?
I don't know.
I don't know what the hell y'all are talking about. I'm watching the movie.
What movie? Oh, are we doing a movie night?
I'm watching the AN forces gather and
Yeah, because they can't do you. They
Yeah.
can't put you in on it.
the
I just said
allied.
a really
this,
dark joke, and I
this
just
is
don't
the
even go
allied
back
nations.
to it. Nobody heard it.
We're not gonna go back. Yeah, it'll ruin it. You landed it perfectly.
They'll
We're,
have to-
we're not going back.
They'll have to rewind. They'll have to scrub back. If they want
Here
to hear
comes the hero's big.
Oh, this is the Independence Day speech.
Yeah. Yep. Good call. Yeah, exactly.
Look at Kylie Minogue's face. Like half of it's working, the other half's like hanging down.
She's like, why am I here?
Hey, did any of y'all notice that this year, you know how the little Mandela effect, you hear something, see something, and you thinking about it more
Right,
often?
your brain
Whenever we did and released the
is
Independence
wrong.
Day episode, did y'all pick up on more of that speech in that movie being shared this year than usual?
Well, yeah,
I see
Because
it
it
every
drastically increased.
So we're
I've
more
noticed it
aware of
every
it.
year.
we were more aware of it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah.
that's not the Mandela effect. But yeah,
He's gonna feel it.
that's just cognitive
the
bias.
next Bison wannabe.
All right, so he says the line there.
Yeah.
Going to hit his ass so hard.
The next M. Bison wannabe's gonna feel it.
Going to hit his ass so hard.
So hard.
You cosplay as M. Bison, I'll
And they're-
cosplay as an M. Bison
And like
wannabe.
all of these guys are like, yeah, let's go fight for your grudge with this one dude because he fucked with your friend.
is that Alfred? What is he doing?
Go to war.
Is that Alfred and Bruce Wayne? What's going
Who
on?
the fuck is that
She's
girl?
running with a shoe.
Who the fuck is that bitch? Who the fuck is that bitch? Where's she
What was
come
that?
from?
A bag of assault rifles? Is that what that is?
You have
that just-
duffel bags of assault rifles.
Is that
Get
what,
the
I think
bags
that's what
of
that is.
bombs.
Isn't that what it says? Isn't that like bags
Assault.
of assault?
Let's get 100 duffel bags with assault rifle written on the side of them.
Give me the biggest bag.
Yeah, we don't have
got.
ammo boxes. That's too high. The budget's too much. I mean, it was a $40 million budget.
Oh, and these are like the regulations he's supposed to follow.
Yeah.
This is the AN people
Okay.
going, hey,
at all
you're
these
not
soldiers
the
that are
you're
armed.
not supposed to do this. And he goes,
Well, fuck
you
you.
go, fuck you, I'm a dude anyways.
It's the opening scene of
I got all these guys rallied up.
Is it like a stealth boat?
That was the only thing that I remember from this movie
That's
very
stealth
vividly
boat?
is the boat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
river
here,
scene?
Here comes the
Fuck
special
yeah, because
effect.
they had radar and shit in there.
That's such a James Bond boat that he's in.
Batman.
Batman,
Kinda.
yeah, the Bat boat.
It's a stealth boat, dog. Which I don't know why you need to keep your boat off radar. I really
then why does
don't,
everything else
but
look-
that's cool.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah,
are in
you're so
Southeast
low.
Asia.
Yeah.
So low. So low. So low. See what I did there?
So glow.
lonely.
Gotcha.
Oh my god.
Hey, I
Look at
want
this
I want that
Napoleon
painting.
It's-
I want
yeah,
that painting.
That's
Instead
gotta
of
be a
Napoleon,
poster.
Bison.
Just a
Yeah.
petty
Gotta find that as a
drug lord.
poster.
All right, she's looking a little more like Chun-Li now, but
It's not the right color, but she's in her.
no, she's
It should
supposed to be in blue.
But
yeah, but it's
Blue
the
and white.
It's the
it's
costume.
all good.
This is the alternate costume if you got the DLC
Labor.
on Super Nintendo.
Or if you were the second player and you
Maybe
both
those
wanted
aren't
to be
changed.
or if you were
if you
player
played
two.
Yeah.
My father was the village magistrate.
Man, Chun-Li?
Was it pink-ish?
It was like red or something.
Was it
A
really?
simple man with a simple code. Justice.
You remember how it was back in the day? If you both chose the same person
he
to
has,
play
yeah,
with two,
he has
all
different,
the
different
versions,
color, yeah.
different
His
versions of the
dress
same hat.
yeah,
This is his leisure
That's
hat.
his lounge hat.
Yeah.
This is it's a fucking hat,
It's
man.
red velvet.
Farmers with
Look at that! Look at that! Oh,
Wow.
dude, that's what I want to do for Halloween.
Right there.
It's like, if I'm gonna
Right
see this
there.
movie, I'm gonna look good.
Look
Honestly,
at that shit.
Tim,
Look at that shit.
That's some baller shit
if,
right
if there's
there.
something I know about cosplaying is that the
some
more
baller
like esoteric cosplays
You know?
are the best.
The more niche
So you should-
Hey,
kind of
Right.
things.
So
yeah.
you should be in bison in loungewear
if we
in the movie.
look,
yeah.
if we do a
man.
panel
That-
at any of these Comic Cons or whatever,
That's the best.
we have to do cosplay. We have to dress up.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We have
Tim,
to be
look at
somebody.
this. Look
Yeah.
how smooth that little.
I mean, we
Yeah.
could
Dude,
we
I'm
could
telling
remake.
you.
We could
That's
remake
cheap,
the
but it's got
cosplay.
I mean,
robe
it
and a
looks
hat.
it looks like the furniture from the 80s
Yeah,
with
it's
the
like
wood,
an- it's
the
like an
wood
old-
armrest.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
an old couch.
but
He
it's
just
a-
has an old couch like draped
That's
over
the
it.
couch over
Like,
his
that
grandma's
would go really
friend
good
had.
with paneling.
Yeah.
Like the paneling
But if
with
you
that
notice,
is like a good look.
that robe had shoulder pads.
Oh yes,
Dude,
very
no,
much so.
look. If you
Very
had
much
that
so.
robe, you would have to get like faux.
I'd wear it everywhere.
Faux, like trailer paneling, pleated pants.
Pants,
You know?
yeah. And slippers.
Yeah, and then your
Double
slippers would
hit.
have to be like
Double
shag.
fit.
Did this just become Double Dragon?
It's a double fist.
Oh,
It did kind of look a little like Double Dragon there. Oh shit! Surprise!
we have chains.
Yeah.
Why are these guys not in uniforms? They might be in different.
What did he say?
Oh my gosh, it's so campy.
Yeah. Well, the definition of camp is basically like, it's so bad it's good.
Do they just
Yeah.
play a Hawaiian slide guitar right
This
now
is like
Yeah.
This
for
is
his
like,
thanking noises?
This is like if the same people that did the old Batman TV series with Adam West
right.
made a movie.
Yeah, it's really campy.
Yeah,
it's
that's what
super
this
campy,
is.
but it's not campy enough.
Right.
Like,
well,
It wants to
It's-
take itself a little too serious.
Yeah.
And if it
Like it doesn't
if
go all
was-
the way campy.
It
Right.
thought it was a
This could have been
serious
one of the
film.
actually greatest worst movies ever.
Well, a lot
But
of
it's
people
not.
consider it that it is.
Because like Roadhouse, like it's campy
Oh
as
my
fuck, but it doesn't
God.
take itself seriously, or it
That-
does take itself
did you
seriously.
see that
Wow,
painting?
Yeah, I
Is
see
that
that
John
painting.
Wayne Gacy? What am I looking
That
at?
is
Yeah, that's
John
John
Wayne.
Wayne
That's the
Gacy.
famous John Wayne Gacy painting.
That is.
He does all the clowns.
As in Bison.
So apparently this guy's a psychopath.
No, Jack what's the guy that helped people commit suicide? Kevorkian.
Dr. Kevorkian.
Kevorkian is the one that painted that famous painting of John Wayne Gacy.
He did the portrait of John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Of what,
Acid
what did
Bath.
he called himself?
Acid Bath.
That's
That's
the
the
album cover.
band. They used the album.
Yeah.
They used
When
John
the-
Wayne Gacy
when the
paintings
kite
on
string
all of them.
pops.
Yeah, all their
on
artwork.
all of them.
All
Yeah.
of their album.
All their artwork
Well, yeah.
is
all
John
of
Wayne
it's,
Gacy.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but all right.
Because it's a fucking
they're-
sludge
if-
metal
yeah, if
band.
you- if you
from
listen to
Louisiana.
Acid
I think
Bath-
they're
I
from,
know
They're
Acid
from
Bath.
Lake Charles, though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were Louisiana.
Yeah, that's
Acid
cool.
Bath is from Lake
Yes.
Charles.
Yes.
Yeah.
I still jam Acid Bath there.
And it's crazy. Every single one of their album covers is art by
well,
John Wayne.
every
Gacy.
single one. They only had 2 albums.
All
So when
all
you
two,
when you
all
say
two
every
did.
single one, they had 2.
Sorry, I
They
wasn't
were-
an
they
Acid
were-
Bath
they
fan.
were
Every
really-
single two.
That's why I'm here.
They were
But
really
I do know
connected
the
to the
facts.
BMX scene.
Every
in
single
Southeast
2
Texas.
albums
So I
they had.
I actually met a couple of the
But
guys.
it's the
that were
same
Dead Boy was
painting with
good.
the M. Bison hat on it. That's so fucking funny and obscure. Like a 10-year-old kid that loves Street Fighter is never gonna pick up on that.
Yeah,
But
well,
it's fucking really kind of sadistic.
Yeah,
and
I
fucked up.
never
But-
noticed that until now. This is the
well,
first time
I didn't either. I
Well,
noticed.
somebody
I noticed
had a
the
clue
Napoleon.
on the set. Somebody had a
Jean-Claude
clue.
Van Damme was like, you know what would be really cool?
He's like, no, I'll order it right now. It's on eBay.
Yeah, there's not enough fucking
An old friend of
John
mine.
Wayne
He's in
Gacy
jail back
this
in America.
movie.
Damn, Chun-Li.
See, if she had real Chun-Li thighs, she would have fucking killed him right there.
Oh yeah, he'd be dead. Game over. See what I did there?
Game
Well,
over,
You know
man.
what, Zach? I'm
But
sorry.
why did they give her the spike bracelets? Those are video game accurate, but why
I'm
would they
sorry,
put,
but
why
this
would they
hat
put
would be-
those on her?
This hat would be coming off at some point.
he
Like,
wants
I
his
don't
rape
know why
victims
this
to be
hat
a
will
little
not
bit
come off.
dangerous.
Zach, don't you think that women have suffered enough at unrealistic body expectations?
No,
Don't you think?
absolutely not.
Chun-Li, don't you think that's a little unrealistic
Yeah,
for
we-
a girl to have Chun-Li thighs in
Hey, man.
real life?
I'm short. I'm just as. I'm just
Hey, that's
as,
your problems. You're the one that went there.
Shit on.
Zach didn't go there.
I have-
That's you.
On
I
a
said
real
that.
on a real note
I said
though, was he wearing the hat the entire movie because maybe he was
Pretty sure.
bald?
No, he wasn't balding.
He was losing
actually,
his
Well,
fucking
no,
hair.
his hair
Well, he
was,
was
no, he's-
dying.
He's so badass that he didn't even go bald. Like,
dying.
Well, the chemo, he was starting to lose his
Yeah,
hair.
because you notice his hat never never comes off.
No, even when he's punched in the head.
He just got flipped over like 4 times. That hat maintained the entire time.
That's a custom-made hat, man. That's custom-fitted there, son.
That's it.
It's
Can't knock it off.
Drilled into your head.
Yeah, this is like the only scene I remember from this movie.
I remember this very vividly, too, when I was a kid.
Fucking badass.
It's a dirty-looking river, too.
Why do they have those big, like, black visors on those helmets?
Because they're stealth visors for the stealth boat.
Yeah. You're already
Brainwaves, motherfucker.
Come on now.
You're already in a stealth boat with with tinted windows for some fucking reason.
They're stealth visors.
What do you think ANXRB stands for?
ANXRB?
AN. So everything
I think
is
Anonymous Nation.
Yeah, AN stands for Allied
xenophobic.
Nations.
Really badasses.
Real badass.
So as Allied Nations and then XRV as extreme reconnaissance boat.
Xenomorphs are really bad.
Damn. Good call. Yeah,
that's not a real thing.
I think that's right. I think that's what it is.
Well, then look it up.
I'm just gonna trust him.
I'm making that.
Just trust me.
Look at that cassette player.
Just trust
so like he pops
on the
this
boat,
in.
they got a fucking video player.
They're having
look at this.
They're having a great time.
He's like, I met my friend Charlie, who's the guy that turned into Blanca.
He's not talking about the chick that he was with.
Look at this. Look at this.
Cut to the worst thing ever.
71%.
That's who they chose.
But he had a video that he could pop in on that screen to reminisce about, I guess, somebody's wedding.
He's like, hey, do you have my reminiscent machine in there?
Yeah.
What is it that they're showing them to? They're showing
Can you
them
transfer
just
to
violent
scene?
War. They're
images.
showing war clips.
Yeah.
It's like Clockwork Orange.
That's
but
right.
backwards.
Yeah, they're
Increased by 72.
desensitizing him or turning him into an anger beast. Look how fucking awful that is. Jesus Christ.
And look how no one really cares about what's going on. They're just kind of
Like, I don't see anybody else in chains. I know he doesn't want to be doing this, but I think it's pretty cool. I wonder if that's on
the reason
Amazon,
Dalzim has
that little
chains
thing
on
he
is
has.
because his power in the game was he could overextend his arms and legs.
Oh, that's him?
Yeah, he was the stretchy arm leg guy.
Does he ever
guy
pull
from
that
India.
out? Do he ever do
He's
that?
the guy from Yoga Fire.
Or was
yeah,
that above?
so
Yoga Fire, Yoga Flame?
That's why I
Yoga
always
Fire.
He has the chains on him so that he can't. Because they're like, we didn't get the budget to make him all stretchy.
and shit, yeah.
So put some chains on him. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
Yoga Fire.
It's actually pretty clever, I'd say.
But how would that stop him from bending? Because it was his whole arm in the game. So
They're not. Well, that's
it
the
doesn't
whole
make
thing.
sense.
There's so many characters. They weren't trying to do that. They were just like, this guy's going to be Dawson. We're just
Yeah.
going to have him be Dawson.
We're
just
going to put him in
some
a
chains
lab
on
coat.
him, whatever.
Yeah, they
Like, it doesn't
ruin the
matter.
character. Oh, he's showing him nice. Which apparently is dolphins and Martin Luther King.
That's it, man.
That's all it takes.
Dolphins are not nice.
That's all
Dolphins are fucking really mean
Well, we've
animals.
talked about how they're rapists in
They're rapists.
previous podcasts.
They're not nice animals. They're really smart, which means they have the capacity to be assholes.
What'd you think of that? I liked that pecan
I thought it was
pie
very
porter.
good.
Hey, you know what? Actually, I didn't even try any of it at
It was a
all.
little sharp.
Yours is right there.
Oh.
It's not bad. I liked it.
Move it, cutie.
Move it, cutie.
Oh, it is kind of sharp, but all right. Ooh, I like the aftertaste. Is really
Yeah,
good.
the
on that.
aftertaste
It's
is
really
what I
good.
like.
It's like coffee.
They worked so hard.
Well, that's a porter, yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, you usually get some coffee and chocolate in it.
Let them enjoy their ringside seats. You know, it's interesting.
Here comes the I'm going to explain what I'm going to do scene while the hero has time to get to us and stop me.
Time to explain my master
Yeah,
plan.
for 30 minutes.
Like, okay, you know, whenever you're starting a
Jean-Claude Van
business
Damme needs to hurry
or
up
starting,
and get
you
here.
have an idea, you want to start something
Oh,
up, so you start
shields
planning too
down.
much.
See, prepare for stealth mode.
You plan too much ahead of
Stealth
time.
mode.
Do you think that they script all this out before they become a master villain? It's like they
They're waiting
build
for
the
their
idea
chance.
in their head, you know?
Like, man, when I do
It's like, dude, think about it. All
when
the
I
serial
say
killers,
my master plan,
all the shooters and all that stuff, they always have this master plan that they built up for like years, and then it finally happens. So like he's been planning this moment to tell everybody his grand plan for so long.
That's
but
very
then like you know, like we do multiple takes sometimes on the intro. It's like, and then he gets to that moment where he's been waiting for so long, and he like flubs it. And it's like, oh wait, hold on, start over. I want to go out and come back in.
Something very strange.
You know, what's really funny about this river scene. What's really funny about this river scene is like they had like a huge radar satellite dish. It's for a fucking river. Like you
Yeah.
don't need radar. You could
Yeah.
do any sort of detection system that would be really easy.
Well,
like
cut to
like a video
the
camera
well,
pointed at the river, like going like, all right, cool. There's someone coming
just
up the
a
river.
dude with some binoculars going, "Hey guys, here they come.
Here they are.
There they are,
Mile
guys.
marker
I
5.
don't need a radar detector for a river.
Ayo, river."
It's so silly. Like, Jesus.
Compromised, sir.
Stealth
We're-
mode compromise.
we're
You mean
busted.
the boat flying
So
down the river?
So the super stealth boat
It's been
was
compromised,
completely
Zach.
ineffective.
It's not even on the ocean. It's a river.
Yeah.
It's linear. There's a start and end point.
Like you can
tell.
see it pushing the water out of the
She
way.
said stealth mode detected, sir.
Compromised, yeah.
Or so it was completely useless.
Oh my god.
As soon as we went into stealth mode, we were immediately noticed.
Immediately. Man, we bought these cool visors and everything, man.
Man, like, yeah. Why didn't they just
That's
use
a
these
serious
guns?
looking gun.
That's a little minigun right there.
I don't
It's
think
like
that's
5
going to shoot
miniguns.
tennis balls. I think that's going to shoot real
I
bullets.
think you're right. Oh, it sure does.
And why does it put his name on the side of the boat? It said
It says Colonel
It
Giles.
said Colonel
Really?
William Guile. It had
Colonel
his full
Giles'
fucking name.
like personal boat.
Colonel William R. Guile.
Well, you gotta make sure you know it's the right boat, right?
Yeah, so the bad
audience
guy
is
knows who to
stupid.
shoot at. Yeah.
The audience is absolutely stupid.
Yeah.
Of course! His death was designed to ingratiate his spies with you.
I'm 8 years old. I don't know what ingratiate means. Oh, that was a pretty funny line, though.
This time, Colonel,
I think the guy who plays Zangief
Somehow,
is-
M. Bison also has a direct line to his stealth
Oh yeah,
boat,
no, they have a video.
so they can talk
a
to
video
each other.
Conference ability.
Well, I
They
mean, he
can
had a little
video
tape
conference.
player in there too. I mean, it was pretty decked out.
This got almost a standing ovation when I saw this in the theater.
This was his
Wait,
Bowser,
no, wait,
his Bowser
wait, no.
machine.
Wait for it. I mean, I'm not joking, standing ovation almost when you see his control panel coming up. Don't say it if you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
and now,
I don't. Oh, I think I do know what you're talking about. Yeah,
you will witness firsthand the power
I think I already know what his
that
control
you
panel's
spurned.
spurned
Cut
him.
to
Spurned
that's
his
like the
advances.
third time he's done that big bam.
Ah, that's the dumbest thing I've ever
People
seen.
went ape shit in the theater when they saw that. They were like, "That's the fucking thing from the arcade.
It's a game box.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I know that anywhere." People
Worst control system
lost
for
their
Doom
mind.
system.
And he just like button smashed every button.
Yeah.
What a noob.
Oh my gosh.
That's so fucking stupid. Oh my god.
So you have to understand, like, whenever I saw this, I was like, this is what
my
Raul
God.
Julia went out on.
Is this the first video game turn
Wow.
movie?
No, Mario Brothers was the
Mario
first,
Brothers,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it was.
Did they have a scene like that where they're jumping on platforms or something?
No,
It
they
was
had
so
similar
not-
sort of things.
the only thing they did is they brought like Yoshi in.
Yoshi,
like you saw Yoshi,
And
but,
you saw
but he was
one
like
of
a
those
little
little
dinosaur,
walking-
like
you
an
saw one of
actual
those little
dinosaur.
It's just
walking
it would be
bombs.
more impressive if he
You saw
wasn't
Bomb
if he
Bomb.
wasn't just
Yeah, you saw-
smashing.
yeah.
If he was actually
Bomb.
like pretty good with it,
Bomb,
you know, like he was hitting
yeah.
codes. Like if he was entering cheat codes, it would have been a
Like
lot
if they
cooler.
would, if you would have seen him like doing
like
the
swoop that
yeah,
shit, you
and
know?
then hit the.
But no, he's just fucking.
he's just like
He's like the
Game
dumb
over.
kid in class.
and then he yells "Game over."
at the pizza party that you can't beat because he just sits in the corner and spins, you know?
Yeah, that's like the scene in Mortal Kombat where Shang Tsung says "fatality," and
Do they have like
and
an
everybody
so
in
he's
the
like-
theater was like, "Yeah, he fucking said fatality."
Do they have like a
Oh,
endless
shit,
supply
they're-
of
oh.
Fruitopia right now?
Yeah,
Guido,
It doesn't look like it's
Uh-oh.
gone down at all.
Guido-
It
They just
stayed
saw-
very consistent.
they just
Guido
saw that-
McJersey
yeah.
Shore
that-
just caught out that
No, that guy looks like Ron Jeremy.
The hedgehog?
he's like, "Yo."
Actually, it's Ron Jeremy. They just showed that
Actually, that is
Blanca. They've been showed that like Blanca has been being fed like happy images of a couple getting married.
Martin Luther
and
King
Martin Luther
and
King
dolphins.
and dolphins. And I was
was
like
it.
freaking out. Yeah.
That was it.
So he has had his DNA mutated, and his
No, it's just been differently adapted.
Those Fruitopia bags.
Now,
no,
all his,
the-
now all his strength is for happy things.
No, I'm
No,
using
no,
it against
that's-
for good.
Dog,
He's
look,
gonna go plant a garden.
No, he has been
Bizarro.
So hard.
severely
Super
severely
hard.
mutated by Fruitopia and Surge.
Yeah.
So
Fucking Surge, man.
You know what that
Surge
shit'll
and
do to
Fruitopia.
you?
He is fucking. He has no sperm.
He's like, I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Oh, this was the Oscar.
So he
winning.
This was
This was the
right.
scene. This was the Oscar scene they were going for.
This is it.
No, me like you. You nice. He's supposed to be like a Frankenstein's monster kind of.
Picks him up. He picked up Ron Jeremy. And
I was totally wrong about it being the Oscar scene.
No, that's right.
It's when
here.
Jean-Claude
That's
goes
the
and
Oscar
talks
scene's
to him.
right here.
Yeah, when Jean-Claude goes to talk to him. That's the Oscar scene.
They're all like, let's.
How did an elephant
Charlie.
sneak up on y'all? Jesus.
They all laugh at seeing an elephant.
You know, he has not pulled one sonic boom off in this whole movie. This is bullshit.
Oh, but he does do one of his moves, though.
I think everybody.
He does his
Sonic
other
boom.
move.
Yeah.
He does his
I
other
would like to say there's probably more kicks than there are punches in this movie.
Oh, for sure.
That's accurate.
Well, I'll say Guy was good at a sonic boom, but he was really good with a kick.
He was.
Really good with a kick.
Helicopter
Jean-Claude
kick.
Van Damme loved to use his legs. Is that the lawyer from Jurassic Park?
No.
No.
Hey, fuck you.
That's the AN representative.
The rest of the arm is.
I'm gonna go check
Is the
on John
director?
Hammond
Is the
now.
director in the background going, "Keep dabbing, keep dabbing your neck,
I don't know, but I
keep
like the
dabbing
street
your
food.
neck."
I need more dabbing.
I like that street food. I like the way that looks. You just have some bunch of pots on a.
Yeah.
Did we ever tell you about
Look. He says, T-Hawk, what's with the headband? It's Cherokee. Like, what the fuck was the point of that line? Why would the
I don't even
character
see
guy
T-Hawk.
be like,
Where's T-Hawk?
he'd be like, hey, T-Hawk, what's with the fucking headband, you fucking
Your fruit?
Yeah,
He's like, I don't know, man. It's culturally relevant to
Are
my
you
life.
fucking not from around here?
So okay,
Like, it's this movie's.
What do you have that
all
earring?
right,
I like the
going
fuck
back
dudes,
to
okay?
going back to video games being turned into movies, right? Like Mortal Kombat was before this, right?
No, this is like, Mortal Kombat's like 2 years after this. This is
Mortal Kombat came
94. Mortal Kombat's like 95, 96. Yeah, it was after.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they learned.
But it was quick on the heels
They
of
learned
this.
from their mistakes,
Yeah.
kind of.
Well, that was directed by what's-his-face that did all the Resident Evils.
Yeah.
The first one. I don't know who did the second Mortal Kombat.
Paul Thomas Anderson.
Not to be confused
not
with
Paul Anderson,
the
but
good
Paul Thomas Anderson.
Who's Paul Anderson?
It's the guy that directed.
No, There Will Be Blood.
That's Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well, then
yeah.
Paul W. Anderson. That's what I mean.
That's
Paul
what it is.
W.
That's what it is.
Anderson.
And it was like his whole goal is to
Sorry,
make video
I'm
games into movies.
sorry.
Paul
Well,
W. Anderson made.
I'm starting to get drunk.
Well, that's the reason he did.
He was attached to Castlevania. He was going to make like a live action Castlevania
Yeah, Paul
movie.
Who was the
Anderson.
guy that made the shitty
He
The
did
Alone in the Dark?
No, he did Event Uwe Boll.
Uwe
Oh, that's
Boll,
Yule
yeah.
Bowl. Yeah.
Well, the other Anderson did
The
Event
funny thing
Horizon
about
too.
well, here the funny thing about you
and he's married to Mila
Yule Boll,
Jovovich. That's why she's in all the.
That's right. I remember hearing.
That's why she's
Aaron
in
told
all
me
those,
about that.
yeah.
Y'all know about Yule Boll though, right? Like y'all know about.
He got
this
bullied
guy?
into retiring.
No. So Yule Boll.
Why do they keep giving him movies?
I'm gonna try to do this really quick so we can get back to this. But Yule Boll, he directed Blood Rain, all these video game movies for a long time.
Alone in the Dark. Yeah.
Alone in the Dark, all these shitty movies. And he got really fucking tired of like critics panning all of his movies. He put an open invitation for critics to box him in Russia.
Oh, that's
then he got
right.
his
That's
ass
right.
beat, right?
And and he like went all out. He like started hiring.
No, there was
like,
one. Yeah.
He started hiring like
Trainers
Russian
and-
Russian Olympic boxers to train him, and he started training real hard. And he put this out. He's like anybody that hates my movies and wants to box me, I will fly you to Russia.
He
and we'll
beat.
fuck-
He beat like some
and
some
only-
important person's ass.
Yeah, only
so.
one guy actually took him up on him, and he beat the fucking
Yeah,
dog
I remember
shit
seeing
out
the
of him.
video about that.
Yeah. That's
Well,
a
that's
funny thing.
unfortunate.
Yeah, that's. I mean, he's a great boxer, but he still can't write fucking great movies.
Yeah,
He's not a writer, he's a director.
that doesn't correct any all the bullshit you did.
Yeah.
That fucking game controller panel is so
I
ridiculous.
know.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
It's so.
It's
great.
like the arcade for your life, you know? Like
Yeah.
What's up with all these hostages?
you just hold
Where
on
do
to
they
it
come
and
from?
They're all
at-
the UN
that was
people.
from the very beginning.
I
of the
know,
movie.
but I'm just mean like, who are they?
He got some people.
Some of them,
those
I mean,
were
we don't know
like-
their names. You
they
know,
were
like
AN
some
people
like
that
it
were
might
like-
be
they're
a
AN.
Julie in
Ah,
there
gotcha,
and a
gotcha.
Steve.
Yeah,
They
I don't know
probably
their
have
life.
children.
I don't know their
They probably have
life.
children. One of them just got broken up with.
Yeah, he's going through a tough time
and,
right
and,
now.
and they're gonna find solace in another person there.
Yep.
They're gonna do that Romeo and
They're gonna
Juliet
fall in
thing.
love.
And then, like, as soon as it's all over and they're safe,
Well,
the only thing that kept them together was this struggle they were going through.
And it's just not
and
there
then whenever
anymore.
it's not there anymore, all the passion leaves, and then
he gets
If I-
hooked on
and then he's
hard
gonna
drugs.
and kill himself.
He goes down a
most
bad
likely.
path.
If I learned
and
anything from Speed, it's that relationships
It's
based on traumatic events are
dishonorable
usually very
discharge.
short-lived.
Very short-lived. Yes.
this is Oscar. This is the
Yeah,
Oscar scene.
this
This
is
is
the
the
scene.
Oscar scene.
Blanca, it's me.
Charlie, it's me.
That fucking wig.
How does he
oh my
even
God.
recognize him?
Yeah, how does he just immediately know that's who he is?
Did they just use leftover makeup from Willow or something?
That
Probably.
fucking frilly wig.
Friend.
Oh my God.
So he showed him patriotic shit to keep his humanity.
Dude, Van Damme is trying to act really hard right now, and it's
This is
really
what they done
fucking
to
funny.
you.
It's really funny.
How did he
watching him
immediately
try to
recognize
act.
this guy? They turned him into the...
Help me.
I'll help you.
Dude, you're
Help
fucked.
you, I'll kill you.
Oh, yeah, I'm about to shoot you.
It's like,
Fucking
I'll help you.
Of mice and men style, just fucking
I'll help you.
look at the flowers and I'll fucking...
Then I'll make them pay.
I'll help you right now.
He's gonna fucking shoot him.
Friend.
Friend, man. Come on, dog.
And Dalzim's the one that stops him. Our hero was just about to fucking mercy kill
He's just about to
in the back of this dude's head.
We all got so quiet. We're like, dude, is he really gonna
I thought he was
shoot
about
him?
to blow his brains
It
out.
got real dark real fast.
I was like, this is it.
Wait, didn't we start this by making fun of his acting?
Yeah, I know,
It was
right?
good.
This shit got dark
We've
fast.
seen it before.
he had us convinced. That was good acting. Jesus.
That was some dark of mice and men shit.
It's like
We were just in the Jean-Claude trance.
I was like, no, Jean-Claude, don't do it.
How did he do that to us?
No, don't do it.
I don't want this. I don't want this
Friend.
movie in my home.
Aaron was literally yelling, friend, friend.
friend. No, friend. Don't do it.
I think I just cried a little bit.
Dang, man.
I think I'm gonna release this one early.
Oh, man, I can't wait to hear this one.
Jean-Claude's a good actor. Man.
He's,
Damn.
he's so good.
This
He's
is the
really,
first
really
person to
good.
make
I'm
a
mad.
recurrence.
He got me.
This is the
He
first
got me.
He
recurrence
had
of
it.
JCVD.
Man, he had me.
We
Jeez.
haven't had any. Well, wait.
He had me. I'm being serious. I'm not even playing. I'm not even kidding. He had me.
Will you kill him?
Oh, man. This is the real hero of the whole movie.
Dalsy,
The guy
the
that
whole
stopped him from killing Blanca.
The only reason why he's wearing those chains because he just thinks it looks cool.
Yeah, he's like, because
he's like, girls like chains. I'm gonna get the biggest
It's
chains.
1994. I'm about to buy me some Jankos.
I mean, how effective?
I'm gonna hold on to these chains.
Other than keeping him from stretching, it's not real.
Well, he's putting chains.
I mean,
'cause he was doing the
couldn't
bidding.
he stretch like
That's
past
what I'm
his
saying. They
wrist,
didn't even
like
make
his
sense
forearms?
because they're all like all loose on him. He could still do the stretchy thing.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, yoga fire.
Yeah, he can still blow fire. Like I think every
Yoga flame.
Yoga flame. Yoga
I feel like
fire.
that's not a very effective way to set up a ramp. With
This
a
is the
bunch of
same
sharp
thing they
shit.
did in the end of the Mortal Kombat movie. Remember all the spikes came up,
Yeah.
but it was in the shape of the fucking.
Yeah, well, you want to know what? Mortal Kombat
dragon.
had a stage called the Pit. Street Fighter did.
Hey, Bloodsport had 3 different stages, and nobody talks about that.
What's going on? Oh shit!
Damn, that's from the video game.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. You wait for it. You're gonna see the
yeah.
video game kick.
Did he spin?
Yeah,
And it's gonna blow your mind.
that kick's awesome. Fuck you! I'm not gonna use the bullets.
He didn't use the gun. He just hit him with his
Yeah.
hand.
It's like the back of his arm.
They could apparently break that thing this whole time.
You know, Zangief's character reminds me a lot of Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds. And you know how in the sequel he became a nerd? Well, it's kind of like this. He's a bad guy throughout the whole movie, but then he's like, I'll join the good side.
Okay,
Wait, did you
why
just
is
give up the ghost?
Jean-Claude Van Damme's gun out of bullets when he has not fired a single shot?
Yeah, he just kicked everybody.
Yeah, he's just been kicking everything, including the
Well,
fucking
his gun's
control
been
panel.
changing too. He had a pistol in his hand at one, like, just 2 scenes ago. Now he's got a...
All that shit that they're on right there is styrofoam,
Really?
if you can believe it, yeah.
Over wood or just straight up styrofoam?
I think there's some wood in it, but yeah, I mean, to durability. Let me tear the sleeves off this shit
He should
so I
put
look
his
like
box...
my video game
I'm telling you
character.
right now, if he put his boxing gloves on,
He's gonna
things
all,
would change if he put his boxing
He's
gloves
gonna
on.
all of a sudden have them.
Hiya.
You wouldn't happen to have a passport handy, would you, Colonel? Get the hostages free, and I'll get you 2 first-class tickets home.
I didn't understand a fucking thing y'all just said.
Wait, say that again?
You don't happen to have 2 passports ready, do you?
Oh,
Colonel?
this is where you're like, yeah, a big standoff between the 2 biggest characters in the
Oh
game.
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I see.
Ah!
You're like, yeah, that's what we've been waiting for.
There's E Honda.
Oh,
he yelled E Honda.
I guarantee you that, like,
He said his character's name.
In some point in the mid '90s, there was a gay
So
porn I
lame.
made about that. Guaranteed.
There's a whole actual slew of deleted scenes where they were totally doing it on the set. Everybody but the guy that played E Honda was doing coke.
Really? Like realistically?
That's a joke.
Because he's really fat.
It was a joke,
Oh, you
Zach.
just made a fat joke?
It was a body
That's
joke.
the worst thing you've ever said on here.
That's now the worst thing I've ever said.
It was a
on
body
here.
joke, and we're gonna let's distance ourselves from Tim now.
It actually was.
So Zach and I are having a really good time watching this movie. And there's no one else in here with us.
Yeah, it feels a little racist in here, and like
Feels a
just
little
really
body
shitty.
shaming.
Feels
in
really
this
shitty
area.
in here.
Guys, I'm here. I don't know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
that's right. Chris is still here. He's never body shamed.
Is he
anyone.
though?
don't
That's what I've been trying to say, y'all. Are any of us really here? Time is a construct, man.
Tim, you
I'm
took
trying
off
to
you
say,
took off
y'all.
your mask. You took your mask off.
Fucking
There's
mask
the
off.
real you.
Yo, this is the goofiest episode we've ever had. Ever.
It is pretty silly.
I think it's because it's how campy this movie
Oh,
is.
It's
I knew.
ridiculous.
Well, that's what I said earlier.
It's
I was like, this is gonna be
inspiring us.
fun because this movie is.
It's
just-
inspiring us.
It's too ridiculous.
These Cobra Kai.
This movie is
Generic
racist
bad
with their
guys.
portrayal of some of these characters. It's so stereotypical. Like, I don't know. Like the fat E Honda character enjoys getting whipped. Like, or
He did. It wasn't sexual. He was just saying he's a big guy and you can't hurt him.
But it's easy to look at it and be
Yeah.
like, okay,
you
that
look
looks,
at it through that
looks
prism
really
because you're a
bad.
freak.
well, I'm an adult with eyes. What did he say?
Says something about bitch.
Rope?
I thought.
It sounded like he said, "Hit the fucking road, bitch."
That's what I thought he said. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't get subtitles. in those guys,
Cammy's
do we?
like all up in her bodysuit now and
No,
stuff.
she's
Yeah.
rocking, man, and
Cammy's
she's. I'll tell you right now,
rocking it.
Cammy is the one that looks the most like her character,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the
and
easiest on the eyes.
and
in the whole
tingles
movie.
Yeah.
your nether
Isn't it so
regions
strange
just as
that
much.
like Kylie Minogue had like a #1 hit in like 2005 or something?
Oh, the song that you couldn't get out of your head.
Na, 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 na,
No, that song literally you can't get it out of your head.
Can't get it out of my
head. Yeah, you can't get it out of your
It's
head
Kylie
once
Minogue.
you're there.
God, I'm such an idiot.
Right. That's 11
Y'all
years
should
after
take it
this
on the road.
movie. You know.
I mean, she was big then, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was like her big
She
comeback.
already had a musical.
well, she was
career.
huge in Australia. Like
Well,
before
Cher
this movie.
kind of made a comeback around the same time too.
I remember Sir Ian McKellen was a host on Saturday Night Live years ago during the Lord of the Rings thing, and
Is he dead?
Kylie Minogue, huh?
Is he dead?
No.
No.
It's the guy from Dumbledore. He took over for Dumbledore.
No.
No.
Are you trolling
No,
us
you're-
right now?
Oh, dude, did you
No,
just fuck up Lord of the
You're
Rings?
trolling
and Harry
us
Potter?
right now, aren't you?
No, I said that the same
Cut,
actor.
cut,
No,
cut.
the same actor took
Delete
over
the episode.
No.
the Dumbledore role, right?
No.
No.
No, oh,
Sir
no,
Ian,
no.
You're talking about Sir Ian McKellen.
Yes.
Yeah,
Gandalf.
who-
Ian McKellen. So
He
Gandalf
was,
didn't die.
he's Magneto in X-Men. He's
Saruman died.
No,
No, the character, the actor
Christopher
who
Lee
played
is still-
Dumbledore at the
Christopher Lee's
beginning
dead.
of
No,
Harry
no,
Potter
no,
died.
It's not.
No,
No,
what
Christopher
you're,
Lee's dead.
No, Zach, what
He's
you're saying.
alive.
No, Zach, what you're saying.
He's talking about Dumbledore right now.
Shut up. Yes, the actor that
I
originally
was talking
played.
about the actor
Oh,
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
different movies they played in.
You're
Yeah.
right. No, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I don't
those
know.
are Ian McKellen.
Well,
though.
hold on. I don't know where the is. Yeah, but the original actor that played Dumbledore in the Harry Potter films
He's
did
dead.
die.
Yeah.
Ian
And
McKellen's
then
never been in a
No,
Harry
it
Potter.
was
the
it was
last two.
Michael Gambon
That's
who
what I'm
took
saying.
over.
Yeah, it
After
wasn't
he
Ian
died.
McKellen.
Okay, I thought it was. I asked that and y'all shit on me. Like,
No, because I thought you were talking. I thought you were
I
getting.
feel really hurt right now.
Honestly, well, this is why because I thought you were getting. I thought you were getting
the
like
characters from the
characters from.
the brands or whatever.
I thought you were getting them. Well, first I thought.
Really?
Wait, hold on. We're not watching
Yeah,
Lord of the
that's right,
Rings.
that's right.
Y'all are
Anyway.
wrong and I'm right. So fuck you.
No, we're not. You literally are wrong. You had to look it up.
Sir
I
Ian
wasn't wrong at
McKellen
all.
is not in the Harry Potter
I
films.
never misspoke. Anyway,
They're still talking on video screens for some fucking reason.
I'm going on record. So you were wrong as fuck.
no, you'll listen back. I'll mark it for you.
You're wrong.
Come out from behind the curtain,
Shot?
wizard.
Little like bring it back together shot.
There we go. Yeah.
So where are these cameras?
They're phantom
Sir,
cameras,
no.
man.
Who the fuck is that?
Sir, no.
And he's doing it too. Bison is
Yeah.
like doing all these rope swings and flying and all that stuff.
So you think
Look.
they got the bug eyes before or after he was really bad off on cancer?
After that's
This is so
that's
ridiculous.
dehydrated.
Wow.
That's
Colonel, you can't.
Just
take
saying.
the hostages out.
Do you think the director said, "Man, you look a lot better as like Crazy Bison at the end, so we're just gonna wait till you're like"?
No, the director was saying, "Can we Yeah, just
We gotta
cut.
get this
cut.
made
That's
before he
good.
dies.
Let's just keep going. Keep going. Let's just keep going.
As the only actual actor in this production, you can have whatever you want. Legally.
This is like, yeah.
The typical leave us.
We're all-
Only,
yeah,
there was a
let's-
lot of people that left.
There's
though.
2 whole armies.
That
just
was a lot
y'all
of
leave each
guns.
other and just. Ooh,
lot
You
of
saw the
guns.
American flag
Did you
tattoo
see that shit?
right
You
there
see
on
that?
his arm.
Him flexing. I kind of want to get that tattoo actually now.
You want to get a tattoo of
I kind of.
Jean-Claude flexing
well,
with
this
a
American
tattoo?
flag.
This
I kinda wanna
actor,
get
A
that.
tattoo of a tattoo?
this
I
actor
want to
right
get a tattoo
here,
of a tattoo now.
this actor right there that I made a joke about. Oh, this is on Godzilla.
Oh yeah. They're trampling all over the mini set of Bisonville or whatever.
The reason that is funny, I made a joke about that actor that was standing there in the blue shirt watching that. And I said, when he did a really bad voice dub, and I was like, did we just jump into a Godzilla film?
Yeah.
Cut to that scene right there. The joke there is he actually has appeared in 1 or 2, I believe, of the Japanese Toho
No
Godzilla
shit.
films.
Oh, wow.
Tim, you have so much.
Wait, is he
esoteric
Japanese?
knowledge.
He
The actor is Japanese.
Yeah, he
but
was-
he plays a Samoan.
He was one of the stunt coordinators.
No,
I believe.
no.
Yeah, not the guy that was actually in the fight.
Not the guy who plays
watching.
E. Honda. Yeah.
The
Yeah,
guy-
it wasn't Ian McKellen, okay?
I'll mark it.
I'll mark it.
I'll send y'all the show notes.
I'll mark
Okay.
it.
All right. We'll see.
This had to be where most of their budget was. This little contraption.
Oh, the blue screen there.
No, that
Well,
was
they make
all
it
real.
look like they make it look
No,
like
that
it
was-
can
that was-
fly.
It's on a
right?
crane. That whole thing's on a crane.
Wait,
They,
hold
ma-
on,
they
hold
make
on.
it look like it can fly.
Guys, we're there.
I really want
Ooh.
that. I really want that American flag tattoo right now.
Come
actually.
on. Oh,
Hey.
that was a nice cut right
Hey,
there.
you know how earlier I was
real
saying
good.
in the video game that Ryu and Ken could shoot a blue
Notice
ball
how
of
he's
energy?
got the gloves
Yeah,
all of a
yeah,
sudden? Where did he get the fucking
There's
boxing
no
gloves?
explanation, but it's about to happen.
Why
He's
did he
about
get
to
the-
just
Oh, yeah.
shoot a blue ball of energy.
Tell us what we want to know.
She's like, I'm about to snap your neck.
I don't really have much respect for him because I know he's like beating up somebody with cancer.
That was
you
a
know,
special move of Giles. That one right there he just did.
I mean, Raul Julia was going through chemotherapy, and there
that's it. That was
is.
it.
That was
That
it.
was
He did
it.
two of them. He did it again.
Y'all do know that he's actually like, he was a world champion kickboxer and stuff, right? Like,
Yeah, no, he was legit.
he's actually legit.
Who?
Like,
Jean-Claude?
yeah,
JC.
Jean-Claude.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he's actually, out of every actor that's ever been sort of like the action star fighter, he's probably the most.
He was never
legitimate.
trying to be an actor. I mean, people
He
found him
started
like,
as a stuntman.
yeah.
Right, he started as a stuntman, but he's so pretty. Gosh darn it.
And charismatic.
Yeah, and he does so much cocaine.
He loves to party.
It's a party.
There's a lot of FaceTiming going on in this movie. Like, they were kind of ahead of the curve, to tell you the
They're
truth.
way
Yeah,
ahead of
where's
it,
the
dude.
camera on that where she can see him?
They're way ahead
Where's
of
the
the
camera
curve.
on that she sees him on?
That's an Apple Watch, basically. It's just a big Apple Watch. Like, it's a Fallout Pip-Boy Apple Watch.
Pit
They have
Boy.
their hands full with the enemy outside the fortress.
Is that a little Easter egg for
Little
Jeff
Fallout,
Pesher?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. I guess it is.
Big Fallout fan.
What the fuck is happening with his chest?
Turn on the enemy. We'll trap their forces outside.
I guess he has his suit.
Oh, he has like a special suit.
His suit like helps him.
Yeah.
We still haven't found the hostages yet.
He gives him adrenaline when he needs it.
He's like, listen, I'm busy right now. Can I talk to you later?
This is great.
What?
Hell yeah.
I didn't read the last part. Colonel, are you there?
It sounded like she read Colonel.
It swears like somebody
Colonel.
just shot
It did-
lightning
yeah.
at you.
It's weird.
Colonel, are you there?
See, this is DJ, who was one of the added characters later on, who's basically just said, "Fuck Bison, I'm gonna rob him and get out of here."
Should have stayed at Microsoft.
What, he's like Rastafari? I don't
He said I should have stayed at Microsoft.
know.
Which in the 90s was
And
also
Ken is a piece of
fascist
shit.
situation.
I hate how they made Ken a piece of shit character.
Yeah, he's like,
Look,
let me
he's
just
doing
go
the
to
same thing.
Yeah, he's like, let me go to whatever vault they have and
Yeah.
find some gold.
I'm gonna run a bunch of gold and shit or something valuable, and I'm like, I'm fucking bouncing out. He was supposed to be a good guy, and he's like a total loser.
He's trying to. He needs money to keep up that.
Well, right now he's like, how do I get out of here and abandon my best friend?
hell yeah. Depending on my brother, it's his brother.
Yeah.
I
Ken
don't,
and
li-
Ryu
I
are
don't
like
like how they
adopted
made them
brothers.
brothers in this movie.
In the game, they're adopted brothers, basically.
Yeah, they're not blood.
Did they really have that
Was
storyline?
Ken adopted into an Asian
Kind of.
family,
Ken
or
and
was the
Ryu
other
were
guy
adopted?
adopted
They
into
had
a...
the same.
Well,
they had
they're-
the same sensei.
They had the same
Like,
sensei.
That's
That
exactly
would
what it
make
is.
more
All right,
sense.
Really
it's the
early
same
on.
sensei.
It's the Last Samurai kind of situation.
It's like
it's
adopted
okay
brothers.
for a white guy to be the main protagonist in a
Last
karate
Samurai.
movie.
Would you call
Dances with
Scorpion
Wolves.
and
He is brought
Sub-Zero
into their
brothers?
culture.
Dances with Wolves.
Well-
Avatar.
Honestly, like The Last Samurai. So, The Last Samurai is the only movie that ever got it right, where like it wasn't because
That is actually a really good movie.
Tom Cruise wasn't a white savior in that movie at all. He was only a narrator.
Yeah.
He was never, ever, ever the protagonist in that movie.
Yeah.
He was literally only a narrator.
He's not actually the last samurai.
Right. It was the only one that did it right. Every other one where they do like a white savior shit,
What?
they'll have them be the white. They'll like have them
What
be
would y'all
like
want to be the first Tom Cruise appearance?
The world.
cocktails, bro? What's up?
Yeah, I was just thinking
Cocktail?
Fucking cocktails.
that. I was
dog.
just
What's
thinking
up?
that.
Ow.
Or Top Gun. It had to be
Fucking cocktails, man.
Cocktail or Top Gun.
Hey, it's still
Uh,
the summertime. man.
Cocktail is a
Cocktails.
ridiculous movie.
Oh, now I can fly. Oh, tis the
But
boots.
so many people after they saw that, they were like, "Oh, fucking be a bartender."
I want to be a bartender.
Look at that, man.
That's how Tim became a bartender.
No, I have actually
AZ exclusive.
as a bartender, I have never seen that movie all the way through. I've seen scenes before on television and stuff. I've never watched that movie start to finish.
I don't believe you.
I cannot tell a lie.
But wow.
Right.
I love how you like looked at me longingly, like, please don't expose me here.
Please don't say anything.
Prepare to fight a madman. And
Oh shit!
found a god.
God.
An adrenaline
And
god.
that's Raul Julia flying around on wires.
Almost dead.
Hold on. Whoa.
About to
foot in the
die.
grave.
About to
Guys.
fucking die.
Guys, I'm telling you, it's
And
coming.
Jean-Claude Van Damme's like, hold
it's
up, let
coming?
me do another line.
It's coming.
Chris is coming.
I think it's coming. I think
Yeah.
Ryu's gonna blow a. He's gonna throw a
It's
blue
like, oh, kid, you're finally
energy
here.
ball blast out of nowhere. It makes zero sense to the movie at all.
You've been saying something about this the entire
I've been leading
movie.
it up, man. It never made sense
Dude.
when it happened.
Ryu's like got a badass body, and he was like, man, I'm taking this fucking gi top
Yeah,
off.
when
I
I
want to show my shit off.
Yeah.
So he took it off, and Ken just ripped his patch off.
And you know what? I don't appreciate this
It
because
shows you he didn't really.
You're gonna
I
miss
was-
your favorite part.
I was a more Ken guy than a Ryu guy. All right?
Hey,
'Cause
he's
white
an
and
American.
racist.
No.
And he-
there it was.
Yeah, you saw that?
That wasn't it.
Yes,
There
it was.
I didn't see no blue energy.
It was
No.
a light illuminated the screen when he popped him.
Well, no.
Yeah,
he
but I
makes
understand.
he makes the motion, but you don't see anything.
Oh,
You don't
okay,
see anything
yeah.
but like a light, basically.
You know, there is actually
Chris, you're holding on to a Mandela.
There is
effect.
actually
What?
there is a creature upon this earth that actually can create light from its hands.
Those
boy,
look like the
here we
most
go.
plastic blades I've ever seen. Yeah, shrimp.
There is. It's the pistol shrimp actually closes its claws fast.
It makes a noise
so
that's
quickly.
like 200 decibels.
Yeah, it closes
Which
its
will kill
claws.
you.
It closes claws so quickly that it actually will make light photons.
Wow.
It superheats the water around. It sets the
fucking
water on fire.
Amazing. It boils.
But
Well, it
it's
doesn't
this
set the water.
big.
It boils the water around. It doesn't set it on fire.
It's this big.
Is it weird that I really just want to know what that tastes like?
No, I think it's
No, it's
I
pretty
think
small.
I want to eat a pistol shrimp too.
I-
Like,
Yeah,
And as soon
wanna
as
know.
they're deep sea creatures, as soon as you bring them to the ocean, up to the level in gravity, it's like
They're not deep.
they disintegrate.
I'll
Yeah, they are.
punch
Pistol
a
shrimp?
pistol
Yes.
shrimp in the face.
Deep sea creature, they're like this big. Like, you can't eat those.
I owe you.
I'm not a bad guy anymore.
I gave you my gold. I just stole.
I have more
15
morals
minutes ago.
than you.
Yeah. I had a redemption story this whole time in case anybody cared about my fucking character.
Hey, in
Hey,
case,
Palpatine.
Hey,
get
But
off.
I really,
in case y'all didn't know, I'm from fucking Boston.
yeah.
Get the fuck out
All
of
of
here,
fucking
yeah.
sudden.
you
Yeah.
quiz. Get out of here, quiz. I'm trying to save the world.
I'm Ken, bro.
Fuck Bison.
Say hi to your mom, all right?
Hey, say hi to your mother for me, all right?
Say hi to your mother, all right?
Oh, hey.
All right, good looking out.
So why can he shoot electricity,
So I like
but he has
fucking
to,
no karate.
he has to have
Gauntlets.
special shoes
His
to fly
gauntlets,
around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's his gauntlets.
Oh. I get it.
It's just
Yeah.
like if I, like,
This was Raul Julia's final
Hoo-yah.
scene. His final scene was getting roundhouse, or jump kicked by Van Damme.
in some irrelevant ass
And there it
technology.
is. That is the end of Raul Julia's life. That's the end of his career. That's everything. That explosion you just saw was the end of a human being.
And somebody dropped napalm.
That's where he went out.
The last known record of this human being.
Wow, that was really dark, Chris. Thank you.
Apologize to the Julia family.
Art reflects life, right?
I didn't mean it like that. God.
We apologize to the Julia family members that are listening right now.
Yeah,
I feel really bad right now.
And,
Chris's
say that.
opinions are not reflected by the
to
creators.
the 3 sons that he left behind.
This is actually the last podcast Chris has ever been heard on.
Hey, Jean-Claude, are you going to get on the mic? Or are you just going to sit in here and stare at us do a podcast? I mean, that was the surprise.
That was totally uncalled for, Chris. I was there. He was a good man. He did his job. He wanted to do all the
That's a really good
stunts.
impression, actually.
I'm good, man.
It's not bad. No,
to
you're not.
Raul Julia.
To Raul Julia.
To Raul Julia.
He was an incredible actor.
He was Gomez.
To an incredible light, an incredible talent that went dim before it should have. Right?
Yeah.
Here.
Cheers.
To Raul Julia.
To those who can't be with us. The light that burns brightest burns
Julia.
half as long.
He was such a good man, Raul Julia. I rolled out of bed.
That's why we never got a sequel to this movie.
I rolled
he
out
fucking up and died.
I rolled out of bed at 10:30 a.m. on the dot every day because I like to party. And Raul Julia, man, he was up at like 4:30. And he never did the cocaine. I asked him. I said, "Would you like some of the cocaine?"
Dude,
He said,
if he knew he was dying,
hear
he
me
had to
out.
have been doing a lot.
Hear me out.
We might have been rocking it with him.
So
I was fucking Kylie Minogue, and I was like, "Would you like to have a devil's threesome?"
He
No.
won.
Okay.
He won nominations and awards from the Saturn Awards. And whenever we announced that, we kind of made fun of it.
What is that?
We looked it up. It's the Academy of Science Fiction, Fantasy, and Horror Films.
Interesting.
Which is like that's our Oscars.
How
as
do we
far as
not
what
know
we do
about
here.
that?
So it's like, yeah, dude, props to him. Like, because he won an award from this movie. It might have been posthumous, but
yeah,
I mean,
that's a $15 word, Zach. I appreciate you for using that.
And thank you for not saying.
Where's my $15?
Thank you for not saying posthumous.
Come on, dude. Come on, really?
Which is my last name, by the way.
Posthumous. Hi, welcome back to
that's the new
A2ZMN006
gimmick.
Movie Night. This is Tim
introducing you.
Posthumous.
Every time.
God damn it! Now I gotta do it. All right.
Also, it's post still what? Right? Post still what?
Scholars say
Tim Posthumous.
Oh, we're so silly.
that's lost in translation.
Wait, here's Blanca. Here's Blanca again. Everybody else.
We
Is he
actually
going to do his electricity move?
Well, Dalzim's lab coat burnt off
It did,
somehow.
yeah, so now we know.
So now he
But
looks like his
he looks
character.
more
But
like
you know,
Dalzim.
here's the thing.
I think his hair burnt off.
They
too.
can't make all these magic
Yeah,
things.
where's
It
his
did
hair
burn
go?
off. It did burn off.
Like,
Because in the game he's bald. Yeah.
it's so sad that we'll never get to see him do the stretchy hands.
yeah.
And they never
get
really
fired.
explain it.
Nobody
They
will
don't
ever.
explain it at
Nobody
all.
will ever touch this property again to make a movie of it.
No.
There will never be a reboot.
Like
of Street Fighter.
this was like going out and purchasing the nail and hammer, and then
Yeah.
like the second movie was actually hammering the nails into
He
the
was like,
coffin
I will
of
make
this
sure
franchise.
nobody else ever
was a
does
second
this.
Yeah,
No.
No, there's
isn't?
animated second movie.
Yeah,
Maybe
there's
that- maybe that's
the
what I
animated
saw.
features are good. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
it's meant to be.
maybe I saw that. That's what I was.
It's meant to be
That's what I'm
anime.
saying.
It's not
Nobody-
meant to be.
Nobody's made a
this.
sequel?
I think we should make.
I don't
it.
see anybody would
Shall we?
ever make a sequel.
Because I think this should be our life's work to make.
Like
it would-
Lethal
it would
Weapon
be-
5.
It would be a reboot, but I don't even think
Oh,
anybody
no,
would
no,
ever
No,
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 watch
no,
the
no, no,
direct
no. It would not be a
sequel.
reboot.
A
We'd get
direct
everybody
sequel.
back, and it would just be called Street Fighter
Oh, if we
Turbo
did it?
Edition.
Oh, if we did
Yeah,
it?
We bring everybody in.
It would
Oh,
be
yeah.
a direct sequel.
Oh my god.
Turbo Edition.
No
Yes,
reboot.
Turbo Edition.
This
Like
is
as
all
soon as
canon.
this movie ends, we start it.
We start working on
This
a
is
script.
all canon. Everything right here.
It's just
right
gonna be
now.
all ad-libbed.
Like there's gonna be like
Fuck a
recastings.
script.
There's gonna be recastings.
No,
obviously,
we're gonna
but-
go back to the whole thing where like they fell in love during this whole engagement, and then like we'll do a drama about how they fell apart because they don't have cancer demon trying to kill everybody. And
Wow.
That was very dark, Zach.
Oh wow.
what? I like dramas. Fuck you.
I do too.
You ever seen The Notebook? I cried 5 times.
I've never seen The Notebook, but it's been described to me, and as the person was describing it to me, they started crying.
I love that.
Was it your mom?
No, it was not my mom.
I love the Notebook. I got a lot of play from that movie.
Oh, that's right.
Oh
Aaron
wait,
gets
we're
laid
coming
anytime
up.
Ryan Gosling
We're
does a movie.
coming on the greatest thing.
I don't think we talked about that yet.
They don't need to know that.
He told us to.
They're all going, "Oh, Guile died.
He told us to leave.
We did the right thing.
We abandoned him."
pretty wrong to me.
We abandoned him. We did the right thing.
Look at Ken. He's just like, I just kind of want to go home.
I just think it's so wrong that we can see so many man titties.
And Zangief's just standing there like, hey, I remember when I was a bad guy 5 fucking minutes ago?
Yeah, literally.
Guys, we just...
And y'all are all cool with me
You know
now?
that time I almost killed you 5 times?
Yeah.
You guys just missed a super powerful score.
I want that tattoo. I'm telling you. I want that tattoo.
Yeah, I'm like,
it's so bad.
Who scored this movie?
Look,
where they scored?
They're all sniffling from the tear gas. It's not the tear gas because this is the rap scene where they're all doing fucking piles of cocaine.
God. Last day of filming.
Like they all look coked out.
This gets so misogynistic real quick, and then the fucking last shot of this movie is the greatest thing. He's like, hey, I guess I'll just forgive you for all the gun smuggling y'all were doing. Earlier.
Kylie might be the most embarrassed out of the movie.
By the way,
because she has a crying scene.
I guess you're cool with me, Zangief.
He's like, hey,
do a thumbs up.
He just did the over the top, man.
Hey, guy that's been murdering people for decades with M. Bison.
You're cool now.
You're cool now because you're standing here.
Colonel Guile.
Ooh.
How about that interview?
Oh.
For my network.
Ooh, sexy.
This is so great.
Sure.
Y'all want that tattoo.
As he walks around her and stares at her ass.
Look at this.
But only if you wear that dress.
He just looked at her boobies too.
Completely.
So there's a massive explosion that happens, and then they
One of the
all...
most misogynistic
How many innocent
moments.
people just died?
Cut to...
They all end up doing their pose from the game.
Bam!
There it is.
Yes. Freeze frame. You even hear Chun-Li do a little
Chun-Li's
giggle.
laugh. Yeah.
But
What a pile of shit.
The way he walks...
What a giant pile of shit.
Via con Dios. But the way he walks around her and stares at her ass and then her tit and looks down at her fucking pussy and goes, yeah, I'll do the interview if you wear that fucking dress. And cut to, yay, he's a hero, the end. Like, what the fuck?
It's so crazy, man. It's so crazy.
He's like, are we done? Can we go do more fucking cocaine?
He's like, look, I'm waiting for Kylie, I'm waiting for Chun-Li in my dressing room right now. You guys are getting in my way.
God.
All I'm doing is trying to do some blow and have some fucking three-ways.
Bison
E-Honda's
going to
come by. It's going to be a weird devil's three-way thing, man. I don't know.
Trainer fight technician. There was one trainer fight technician on that movie. One. For all of that stuff.
It was
one
probably,
fighter.
It was probably Frank Dukes. That's probably who it was on that fucking movie.
Bringing it back to Jean-Claude.
Well, this was a very fucking fun episode for me. I'm glad this was last minute and fantastic. Last thoughts on this? I'm gonna start with Chris.
Hey, it's Street Fighter. It's one hell of a movie. If you haven't seen it, you are doing yourself a disservice.
One of the electricians' names was Boo Slattery.
But now it's Street Fighter. It's a pile of garbage, but it's a beautiful pile. It's a beautiful pile of garbage. It really is.
It's like a dumpster fire, and then as it burns for a while, you find out there was a bunch of fireworks at the bottom of it, and they start going off, and you're like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zach, what do you think?
Or it was like a Cincy factory, dumped the remains there, and it was going, okay. I have never laughed so hard on a movie night.
I actually cried earlier. I had a tear.
I laughed so hard I cried tonight too. No, I had a great time. It was fucking hilarious. That's it. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Aaron.
You know what? I had a fun time wrecking my childhood with you guys. I remember watching this when I was a kid, thinking how fucking badass this movie was, and how I wanted to be Guile when I grew up, and all that. And we just poked holes in it, and we had a great time, and we actually got a little more serious when we talked about, like Raul Julia and his things and everything. So it was all around a great episode, and it was very different from how I used to view it when I was a kid. And I had a great time. We laughed, and we had some goofs and some gaffs, and we fucking laughed our asses off.
Absolutely.
What's a gaff?
Hopefully, we didn't ruin too many childhoods.
A gaff's like a sploof.
Okay.
A gaff like a gaff.
Guys,
like,
are y'all
there's
like
goofs and gaffs and sploofs.
Are y'all hearing this?
Y'all are goofs and gaffs and sploofs. Oh, we're gonna have to watch this.
You should crank. This should be what ends the episode. You just let this music go. Let this music
It's
play.
going to end like soon because it's about to run out.
Ladies and
Tim, close
gentlemen,
it out.
I do want to say thank y'all. I hope y'all had even have as much fun as we just did on this one. See y'all next time. There's actually a music video for this fucking song where Jean-Claude Van Damme and a lot of the actors are in it. And I'm still talking because we're still listening to this?
Yeah, we're still listening.
Well, if
We'll
y'all
keep talking
listening,
till it runs out,
look
then we'll
up
stop.
this video. I think this is the MC Hammer track. Look up the video. It takes
That
the
sounds like
ridiculous-
MC Hammer.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah. Oh my god,
Wasn't
it's
he
so
like
great.
bankrupt in '94?
That's why you got on this movie.
Well, no, because he did that song in the Addams Family movie too. Remember? Addams
Are you serious?
Family. MC Hammer. Yeah.
Do what you want to do, say what you want to say, live how you want to
So
live,
this
play how
were-
you want to play, dance how you want to dance, kick in and slap your fans.
Addams Family. Oh.
Yeah, so this is the last one that Chris is going to be on because he
Did
knows
that.
that song.
No, that's why he's on here forever.
Second
I was an
Yeah.
MC Hammer kid, man.
Focus pullers.
Clapper.
think that
Who was
means?
the clapper?
I know exactly what that means, actually. I went to film school. I know exactly what that means.
Focus pullers.
They just have
There
Hey,
was a
unit
nurse-
manager's
There was a
name
nurse
is
on
Dick.
set.
Dick
All it
is
was-
the unit manager.
a focus puller is somebody
I
that
have
has
your
a tape measure on their hip, and what they'll do is they'll measure the distance
Lighting.
from the camera.
They had 5 assistant
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah.
directors.
They'll measure the distance from the camera to the actor, and then they'll do a focus pull.
One to change the bulb, the other 50 to
What?
from the 7-Eleven. Got a million of them.
What the?
Was that a racist joke?
It sounds
I
like
think
it.
so. A Ricka Street Fighter.
All right.
kinda cool.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say,
Yeah, say it.
this makes me really want to play Street Fighter.
Ice Cube
2.
did the soundtrack.
And I will let all of you
Ice
know.
Cube did the
No,
Street
Ice
Fighter.
Cube did a
like,
Street Fighter
Public
song.
Enemy.
Jeez.
Look at that.
Bison Army Chorus. So actually, his
LL Cool J.
What?
Wow.
Why did I never know that this soundtrack was
What?
actually
Farside?
worth getting?
The soundtrack is actually pretty legit.
This fucking
Yeah.
soundtrack was
It's
lit as
legit.
fuck for 1994.
It's
I
legit.
bet Hammer and Deion Sanders, the football
Written
player.
by-
Deion
Hammer.
Sanders.
Yeah.
The cowboy.
Written by Hammer. Oh yeah, Deion Sanders tried to
Deion
break into rap.
Sanders.
I remember
I
that.
did not remember that.
Dude, he
but
tried to do it all. Baseball,
He
football,
really tried to do
This-
everything.
music.
He used to kill O'Neal.
commercials.
It was
Dairy
filmed
Queen
in
manager.
Thailand. All right,
McDonald's.
All right, bye,
Filmed
y'all.
entirely in
Good night.
Bangkok, Thailand.
Good night.
Thank you. This has been an episode of A to Z Movie Night. Tim's been the host. We've all had a great time. I hope you guys had a great time with us. We've been goofy. And, yeah, fuck you guys, I guess.
Yeah. God, don't
Oh,
say
wait,
that.
that's right. You're supposed to say, I got your line wrong. You always say, I love you. And I'm like twisted, so I said, fuck you. I'm sorry.
You said fuck me.
Can we please do a fucking Brendan Fraser movie?
The whole on this day.
And that's where we'll cut.
Oh shit!
There's
is
an
this
after credit scene?
What?
Bro, there's an after credit scene.
How did I manage to get this?
I don't remember this.
There is an after credit scene to this shit. How do we not know this?
Because I guess this is the extreme edition.
One solar battery online.
This is hyper fighting.
One solar battery online.
Attempting to activate system.
Is this insinuating that M.
Dude, we
Bison
almost
lives?
missed the after credit scene.
Dog, there's an after credit scene to this shit.
This is like Masters of the Universe when Skeletor
Why would
comes
they
out
do
of
an
the
after
pit.
credit scene if they knew he was gonna die?
World
To
No,
make
he's opening
him-
the World
make him
Domination
immortal,
folder.
Zach? I don't know.
He's opening the World Domination folder.
Oh, the World Domination folder
on his
that's
MS
right.
DOS.
That's
like,
right.
He's doing it.
Yeah.
No, that's Windows 3.0.
Holy shit!
They actually did an after credit scene.
Man, I didn't even know
All right,
about
y'all. Bye.
that. Bye, you guys. I was just kidding about that. Not fuck you. I love you.
I love you. Bye.
Yeah.